And welcome back to the final live stream of the season. And yes, for those of you that haven't yet seen, the egghead is out. So I give you permission for the next, let's say for the next minute, to spam as many egg emojis as you want. And then after that, well, you can do what you want, to be fair. But after that, we'll get back to the FPL stuff. And yeah, welcome to the final live stream of the season. I am very, very emotional and sad. And I love these streams more than anything. It's my favorite part of the FPL season. It's my favorite thing of the FPL game week as well. So do say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And hopefully I will be able to get you plenty of early team news. And we already have early team news as well. So as soon as you say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from. We'll move on to the early team news that I currently have. We, of course, have 2.5 hours before the deadline. So stick around, kick back, make yourself a drink and relax. And I think over the next 2.5 hours, considering how many team leaks we've already had, I genuinely do believe that there's a good chance that we'll get a lot of team news right up to the deadline. God, that is a lot of eggs. Dear Lord. Excellent. Nice egg jokes. Where's your cap? My cap is here. It's next to me. I tried the cap with the suit. It looked like I was off to school. So we're going to avoid that. Yep, I'll get to the team news in a second. Eggy, eggy, eggy. Oi, oi, oi. Sharp egg. Nice. Dad bod. That's rude. I've not got a dad bod. Looking excellent. So are you, Georgie. Thank you. Well, I assume you are anyway. Rosh, you're looking rather dapper. Thank you. I put in some effort. I promised that I would wear a suit to the final game week of the season, so here we are. Does Mahrez start? I don't know about that one yet, but I have asked. I've inquired. I'll let you know. John Wick. John Wick without hair, potentially. Hi from Jakarta. Hello from South Africa. Good to see everyone tuning in. Wow, there are already 2,000 people here. In that case, let's just move on to FPL. So this is my team at the moment. I've, of course, not made a transfer yet because it really all does depend on early team news. I've only got the one free transfer, annoyingly. So if I just switch to transfers here, one free transfer, 1.9 mil in the bank. I could probably do with about 6 free transfers, to be honest. There are lots of players that I want to replace and there's lots of players that I want to bring in. But at the moment, I don't plan on taking a hit unless I really need to. So I think it's important to give the context. I'm currently at 9.2k. I am 2 points inside the top 10k. So for me, it's about maintaining rank as opposed to trying to get ahead and get a green arrow. A grey arrow would be so good for me. I do not care if I finish 9k, 8k, 7k. I just want to try and finish with a 4-digit rank. So I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, if I can just not get a big red arrow, then I am absolutely sorted. If I finish 11 or 12k or something like that, it's not the end of the world. But I'll probably just sob afterwards, which is fine. Right, let me get the team back. Early team, right? Everyone just wants early team news. Cool, you don't care about my team, fine, rude. But let me move over to early team news. So what we know at the moment, I'll start with the team news that I got yesterday night, which is... What perfect timing that was. I didn't even realize as I opened Twitter that was going to be up. This is FPL Cactus or Vincent or Blacktus, whatever you want to call him. Is there sound on this? Oh my God. Sorry. Right. Everyone's going to think I'm really weird that doesn't know what this is. We'll talk about this later. This is Vincent, by the way. He's a black cactus. Right. I got distracted. ADHD kicked in. Let's go... Here, this is the team news that I got last night. I tried to inquire whether this was injuries or whether this was potentially related to rest, rotation, hangover. Unfortunately, the source that I have didn't actually know the answer to that one. But no KDB, no Diaz, no Grealish, no Akanji was the message that I got. So those 4 players apparently have not travelled with the squad because it's an away game. So those 4... apparently won't be there. I'm a little bit skeptical, though, because for some reason he's put travelled, I believe. And my source has never said I believe before. So I'm a little bit worried about the I believe, but I think it should be fine. So no KDB, no Diaz, no Grealish, no Akanji. Let's discuss that first. I think the impact that will have is no KDB probably means Alvarez starts. And no Grealish probably means Foden is good for a start as well. Although I suppose they could play like Cole Palmer on the left and Mahrez on the right. But I would say this is very good news if you're an Alvarez or Foden owner. It's also probably good news if you own Stones and Ake because there's no Diaz and no Akanji. But again, they could play like Grealish, Laporte and Lewis or something like that. So realistically, it doesn't tell us who's going to start, but it does tell us that those 4 probably miss out. Thanks for the season, Raptor. You're an amazing person and content creator. Thank you. You're an amazing person too, Zodiac. I appreciate your support. Move to the East Coast. Happy to be a part of this Let's Go. Also, Nuggets and 5. Love to see a Darshill and glad you can be a part of it as well. Hope you're having a good season. Have you got shorts on? Yes, I do have. I have short grey shorts. I'll maybe upload a picture to Twitter later. If we hit a certain amount of subscribers, I'll think about it. Watching on a sun lounger in Turkey, buzzing for today, thinking KANE or Eze for captain. You look very smart, by the way. Thank you very much. I'd like to be on a sun lounger in Turkey. I'm not sure about Eze captain. I like Eze as a transfer, but I would much prefer KANE captain to Eze. So this is the first piece of news. And then in more recently, Heisenberg tweeted, who has been pretty accurate across the last like 2 or 3 weeks. He's put, why am I so zoomed down? Here, starting Marcus Rashford. I know nothing else yet. So looks like Marcus Rashford starts is another piece of news that we've had. And then we also got news that apparently, but again, I don't know how accurate this is, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker aren't with the squad, or at least aren't starting the game. So that maybe makes Trent a significantly worse option because the defence is going to be quite weak. It also means that we might see further rotation for Liverpool. So as far as I know, the only news we've got so far is no Diaz, Akanji, KDB, Grealish, Rashford starts, and no Alisson Becker or VVD. Have I missed anything out, chat? Is there anything else that I've missed, or is that it for the early team news so far? Obviously, if you get any early team news or you see anything on Twitter, put it in the chat. I'll bring it up on my screen and I'll tell you how reliable it is, and we'll chat about it in more detail. But at the moment, I think that's it. You're so handsome. Thank you, chat. I get the bald head out and everyone loves me. Will Luke Shaw start? I'm hesitant to share this. Right, here's a question. Let me know. I'm going to look at the chat now. If I get DMs about team news that I've got no way of verifying, do you want me to share it? Or would you rather I only share stuff from sources that I know are reliable? Because this morning I've had 3 DMs about Manchester United stuff, but I've never been DM'd about these people from these people before. And I worry that on the final game of the season, everyone wants to get followers. Like if you tweet about early team news, you get quite a few followers. So I'm worried that people are trying to just get popularity and get followers and stuff like that. So what's everyone saying? Okay, most people are saying only reliable. Okay, I won't share them. For what it's worth, I got DM'd a Manchester United starting 11 this morning. Someone sent me the entire Manchester United 11 and it had Rashford in it. And then Heisenberg tweeted that Rashford starts. So it might be accurate. My sister fancies you. Thanks, Russell. Hopefully your sister's older than 18. We've had this before, haven't we? We're not going to get into that now. No Diaz, Akanji, Edison. Okay, no Diaz, Akanji. Therefore, Edison versus Raya. Who to start? No, I still think it's Edison. You've got to fancy City to get a clean sheet more than Brentford. I guess Edison might not start or he might come off early. I'm kind of worried that Edison might get 45 minutes, which would be pretty funny on the final game of the season if Edison trolls us with only getting 45. Clive says, New Zealand time zone is killing me tonight. Going to be up till 5:30 a.m. Good luck nailing the top 10K, mate. Thank you very much, my man. I appreciate your support for 19 months as a member. I appreciate you more than you know. Tayfun says, any Luke Shaw news? This is where I was leading with this. The team that I was given didn't have Luke Shaw in it. But I don't know how reliable the team is. And I'm not going to give you the entire team because you guys have said you want me to give you reliable news. But the team that I was given had no Luke Shaw. My honest opinion on it as a Manchester United fan is that there seems to be very little value in risking Luke Shaw in this game. So Luke Shaw looks like he's back in training. But what's the point in playing him here? He's got fitness from previously in the season. There's nothing really to play for here other than to secure third, but Malacia is absolutely fine. I don't see the value in playing him here and risking not having him against Man City. So my opinion as a United fan is that Shaw won't start. And that team that I was sent didn't have Shaw in as well. But again, I can't confirm the reliability of that. You're starting Shaw, hence the starts. I've not really looked at this, to be honest. I've got 2.5 hours, so I probably will end up starting Estepinian, to be honest. FPL newsletter says Haaland doesn't start. Again, I've been sent an 11 without Haaland. Yes, so I got sent an 11 this morning without Haaland. But this is the thing, I don't ever normally get this many DMs. So I think a lot of people are just guessing in the hope that, like I said, they get some sort of notoriety on Twitter as a result of it. So I'm not going to trust too much. You look like Jesse Pinkman. I'll take that. Thank you. Jordan Ayew or Eze? Yeah, let's have a little bit of a look. We can do some stats comparisons because we've got time today. So let's look at the Palace attackers. I did this recently anyway, but I'll do it for you guys so that you can see the stats. If we do per 90 minutes post game week 17. And if we do hide low minutes and then type in Palace. So if we're looking at XGI post World Cup for all of the attackers, as you can see, Eze comes out on top at 0.5. The rest of them, it's just super disappointing. So Elise's at 0.3, Zaha's at 0.3, Schlupp at 0.3, Ayew at 0.2, and then Doucouré at 0.1. If we go in more recent weeks, kind of let's say game week 30, Eze still comes out on top. There's a little bit of a boost for Elise. Ayew's data's just crap. Like, it's just not good. So I like the idea of taking a punt on him. And for a single week, I feel like data is significantly less important. We've seen it before. Like Casemiro, for example, doesn't have good data, but he has scored in recent weeks. So in a single week, it's difficult to predict who's going to do well, but I don't like his data. So as a data-driven manager, I would recommend Eze, Elise. I quite like Edouard, but the issue is he's just not played enough minutes to really look at his data. But if we include everyone in here, why is Edouard? Oh, I've not got forwards listed. Okay, let me do that again then. If we go game week 17 onwards, I didn't have forwards up. You can see that Edouard's data is about 0.3, which is similar to kind of Zaha and Elise. In more recent weeks, it's about a 0.3 again, so it's not good. It's basically, it says is what I'm essentially saying here is if you're going off data, Eze is the only Palace attacker that I would consider. You should brush your hair. Rude. Unnecessarily rude. Ross, would you play De Gea or Johnston? Oh, that's a good one. Probably Johnston, honestly. I think we'll concede against Fulham. Have you got any Harry Kane news joining Real Madrid, mate? I don't. I'm not a transfer expert, but I do like him for this week. If he is joining Real Madrid and he is going to go off in the summer, we'll probably want to see this fixture off in style. I know it's not his final home game, but it's still potentially his final game for Spurs. So I really like him as an option. Looking very dapper today. Thank you very much. Shaw or Dalot? Oh, should you swap Shaw for Dalot? I think Dalot will start, so I don't mind him as an option at all. Yeah, I don't mind him as an option at all. I think potentially one of the better defenders this week, Dalot. The issue, I suppose, is we could still start Wan-Bissaka and Malacia. So I'm not even sure that Dalot starts. But if you were to ask me to predict the Man United 11, Dalot would be in it. But I'm not a predictor. I'm just a Manchester United fan. But I would have Dalot in the starting 11 this week. In my opinion, it's fine to share as long as you give disclaimers. I know it is, Nick, but at the same time, if I give you an entire 11 and say disclaimer, I don't know if it's true, I could just be predicted. It could be a lie. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there needs to be some sort of validity to the source. How do I keep a 26-point lead? 26 points. Just play your game. I would be very shocked if someone catches up 26 points, Alex. But if you want to be really, really strategic, just block whoever your mini league second place has. So let's say your mini league second place has Matoma. Just bring Matoma. If all you're focused on is that mini league, just block whoever they have that you don't. Hello, Ross. What team do you think is the most important to get team news on? Oh, it's City, isn't it? Haaland, Mahrez, Alvarez. Yeah, I'd like... maybe Man United and Liverpool as well, but no, I'd like... Although for my team, it's probably Brighton. But I feel like in FPL for general, it's City. I would love to know if McAllister and then Ciso start, though, myself. Who's your captain if Haaland doesn't start? Salah. And if Salah doesn't start, probably Rashford or Fernandes. But I really want to captain Haaland or Salah, so hopefully one of those two start. Can you wink if Dalot is in the lineup? Again, Dalot was in the lineup that I was sent, but it's pointless because it's not a particularly... I don't think we think it's a particularly accurate lineup. Do you think Garnacho will start today? I do think Garnacho will start today, yes. But again, that's just a prediction, so I don't know. But yeah, if I had to predict, I'd have Dalot, I'd have Garnacho. Bruno and Rashford would, of course, start. Shaw would be benched. We might see the likes of Maguire getting a game, especially as it's probably his final game for Manchester United. What is your plan if we get no more team leaks? That's a fantastic question that I don't know the answer to because I am relying on getting at least something. I would be very, very shocked if I don't get some news that one of my starting 11 is benched. Oh, look, it's Agent 47. Who's Agent 47? Am I about to Google it? It's just going to be a bald man in a suit. One sec. This is literally what happened. There you go, chat. I just Googled Agent 47. I said, is it going to be a bald man in a suit? It's literally a ball. I was going to wear a burgundy tie as well. That would have been even funnier. It's a shame. Oh, well. Bald. Oh, he's a bald hitman. I am a hitman at some points in the season. How do I overturn a 13-point deficit currently second? Is the alternative to what I just said if you're leading. If you need to overturn a 13-point deficit, you bring in players that your mini-league leader doesn't have. So if there's a differential, let's say, for example, someone like a Trent, or they don't have Bruno, or maybe they don't have an Alvarez or a Foden. These kind of players that you think could get you a couple of returns and you know your mini-league leader probably won't have. That's why we do. Do you think Mahrez will start? I'll give you a very early prediction, and I promise you this isn't a leak or early team news. Very early prediction, I would say Mahrez doesn't start. I think it'll be Bernardo Silva on the right. But again, I promise that's a prediction and not a leak. Everyone keeps saying this FPL newsletter has said that Haaland doesn't start. Can one of the mods send me this tweet that everyone's going on about? Is it this one? That's just such an obvious marketing technique. Chat, ignore that. Ignore that thoroughly. 10 Raptor Hard. Do you know what? This is why. I've got nothing against these guys, by the way. What they've done here is it's a 50-50 prediction, and there's no lose here. If they're wrong, they'll never do it again. If they're right, you sign up to their newsletter. It's a marketing technique. And if they get it right now, you're going to say, see, they were right. It's a 50-50 guess. Haaland either starts or doesn't. This is why with early team news, if someone gets a 50-50 correct, I wouldn't trust that moving forward. If someone gets something like these 6 players didn't travel, then we know it's a reliable source. But that's just a marketing technique. Let me go back to my team. Thanks for all the info and entertainment over the season, Ross. Hope you have a great summer off in Amsterdam. That is far too generous, JSY. Thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat. And thank you for watching all season as well. I'll do it now. I'll do it throughout, but genuinely thank you. If you tune into these live streams in particular, I promise you this is one of the highlights of my week every week. I wouldn't sit here and stream if I didn't enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching. And I will have a great summer off in Amsterdam. Can't wait. I actually leave in 4 or 5 days off to Amsterdam, which is exciting. Haaland doesn't start. We don't know that. People are just guessing. It's a 50-50. If I get any Haaland accurate team news, I'll let you know. Actually, let me DM my source and ask if there's a way that he can find out. Cool, I've just DM'd him to see. So basically, I need to say this without outing who this person is. This person is, so the Man City source that I have is good for like traveling information and knowing if players have trained or not. That's what he's good at. He's much less likely to get like a team sheet. So that's why I tend to know if players have traveled, but not necessarily who starts. So I've just asked him, is there a way for him to somehow find out some starting 11 info? And I'll let you know if he says anything. Are you taking one of us with you to Amsterdam? Potentially. I could be. Yeah. Hi, Ross. Sorry I'm late. Check out the suited and booted you smoking. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am definitely smoking. I am sweating profusely. It's very attractive. 3 alternatives. Eze, Kane for Gundogan Alvarez. Okay, Dave. Eze, Kane for Gundogan Alvarez. Wait, you're selling Eze and Kane? Or Gundogan? I don't understand. Dave, this is one of those messages where it's so cryptic that I can't. If you break it down into smaller messages, I will try my best. Worth starting Wilson and Isak whilst benching Matoma. Worth starting Wilson and Isak while benching Matoma. I got this question earlier this morning. Would I bench like a Newcastle attacker versus a Brighton midfielder? Wilson, I would definitely start ahead of all of them. I think I might start Matoma ahead of Isak. The thing is, if Wilson starts, Isak plays on the left and he's just not a great option on the left. But Chelsea stink. Does Chelsea stinking outweigh how bad Isak is on the left? Maybe we'll spin the wheel. I feel like that's a 50-50 Brighton attackers versus Newcastle attackers, to be honest. If your whole 11 didn't start, would you take 11 hits? I think I'd just cry. My whole 11 didn't start. I wouldn't take 11 hits, but I would remove the players that I feel like had low upside and less chance of coming on. So like, I would probably keep the likes of maybe like a Salah, a Rashford. I might keep a Mahrez, but players that like an Enciso, I might end up transferring out. So I probably wouldn't take 11 hits, but that's a good question though. We probably should be thinking about preparing for these different things. What happens if all of my players start? What happens if all of my attackers are benched? But we've still got a little bit of time, so. Oh, some of these super chats are really generous. Brownie's just said, I'm going to miss you, Raptor. Thank you for everything. That sounds like a formal goodbye, like I'm never going to see you again. You're more than welcome. Thank you. All I do is sit here and talk about FPL. You are the real legend. Garnacho over Eze for me is a punt. If I had a third United spot free, I would be tempted by Garnacho, but I do like Eze still. Ross, you look like you're making a court appearance. I am. Arrested for having too much Riz. Oh, I've missed that. Thank you for becoming a member for 8 months, Austin Gold. We have over 130 members now, so thank you to all 130 members. I appreciate you as well. God, this is such a loving stream, isn't it? Gundogan's not playing, I think. The thing is, if Gundogan doesn't start, then Mahrez probably does start. Because if Gundogan doesn't start, Bernardo Silva probably plays the Gundogan role. I suppose we could see Foden in the middle or Cole Palmer in the middle. I guess we just don't know, really, do we? Too much Riz now he has the Manscaped sponsor. Honestly, since receiving Manscaped, the Riz has gone up a level. Alisson's not starting. Yes, we got Liverpool team news that apparently Alisson isn't starting and VVD's not even travelled with the squad. I haven't seen anything on Trent or Salah yet. Someone said they've changed their tweet now. I don't really care because they don't know. Like I said, it was a marketing technique. They're okay. They're still backing themselves that this is a leak. I have no idea how they would know that, but there we go. Oh, okay, Paddy has confirmed that Rashford's starting. Paddy's quite good for Man United team news, by the way. So if you want Man United team news, maybe Paddy might get something. Realistically, the guy that's going to give us definitive team news is always Team News and Ticks. So if you're looking for the best account on Twitter, probably for early team news, it's Team News and Ticks. The other one that might is Sam. So Team News and Ticks, and then Sam. I can never find him when I type in. Why is he not coming up? What's his handle, chat? I have no idea. Oh, him. No, there you go. C345. So this is the other account. So Sam and Team News and Ticks, they're the two that I would trust completely and accurately always. Outside of that, FPL Raptor's a great source. I trust him. Oh no, Andy's internet's down. Come watch my stream instead. I'm joking. I hope his internet starts working. Bless him. What a terrible time for your internet to go down. By the way, if you are one of the nearly 6,000 people watching, please make sure to subscribe. I do these deadline streams every single week. And also make sure to like the stream as well. I'd massively appreciate that. $23 points up in my mini league. Trent for a hit. Second has him. Yeah, it might be worth blocking Trent. I mean, I don't expect Trent to go too massive, considering especially the changes in defense, but 23 points up, that will take you to 19 points up, and you're blocking Trent. As long as Trent's the only other major advantage that your second place has. Because if your second place also has like Salah and KANE and you don't have those, then maybe you block those. But if Trent's the major one, then yeah. Play strategically. Try and think about what your mini league rivals might do. 15 points in my mini league, captaincy pick, Salah or Haaland. If you're 15 points up, whoever your mini league, you think your mini league second place will captain. If you're 15 points down, probably Salah, because they'll probably go Haaland, right? But I don't even know if Salah will start. I was feeling really, really, really confident that Salah and Trent would start. I don't know why. I just felt like it. But now seeing all the stuff that we're seeing, I wonder if Klopp is just going to go like super rotated. He did it a couple of seasons ago. I don't know if it was last season or the season before, but he went like really heavy rotated in one of them, and Trent was benched, Salah was benched, and it was an absolute disaster. So, Mr. Raptor, does Dalot start? My prediction is yes. That's, again, a prediction. I feel like I need to keep specifying that. Apparently, Sam has said that Haaland starts. Has he? Oh, my God. Why does his name not come up when you type in? Ooh. Right, he needs to change his name on Twitter. Chat, look at this. It just doesn't come up when you type in his name. I'll tell him to change that, because that's terrible marketing. Right. He's not said Haaland doesn't start. You lied. Chat, don't lie to me. I'll keep an eye on it, though. And again, if you keep an eye on Twitter, we'll discuss it together. But just be careful not trusting sources that we've not seen before. Kepa or Steele? Feel like both get 2 points, to be honest. Kepa or Steele? Steele. Kepa or Steele? I would go Jason Steele. I wouldn't go Kepa. Kepa's a stinky boy, isn't he? Although, don't trust me. I get goalkeeper decisions wrong all the time. Who are the 3 best defenders for a free hit? Depends if you're chasing or not. I would say Trent, Dalot, but beware obviously that Dalot might not start. Trent, Dalot. Maybe go like Trent, Dalot, Tsimikas and back the Liverpool boys. Although, again, in this rotation, Alisson's not in goal. VVD's not there. Defenders. I don't think there'll be many clean sheets this week, to be perfectly honest. So Trent, Dalot, and then a third, whoever you fancy, really. Maybe something like a Pedro Porro, if you think there's going to be a few attacking returns in that game for Spurs players. Rossi. Can't see your suit is hypnotising me. Would you do Isak to Watkins and Shaw to Tierney if he starts? Oh, I like Tierney. Sorry, Arsenal defence. Tierney's a really nice shout. Yeah, I like Tierney. Would you do Isak to Watkins and Shaw to Tierney if he starts, or Tarkovsky from -4? I prefer Tierney to Tarkovsky. Isak to Watkins. Everyone's really keen on Watkins, and I'm worrying if I've missed something. Maybe it's just because Brighton have nothing to play for and Villa are at home. But Villa are actually good away. I don't know. Yeah, go for it if you really fancy Watkins. I like Shaw to Tierney. But again, defenders don't have the massive upside that attackers have, so we'll see. It's Tierney's final game, isn't it, probably, for Arsenal. So I do feel like Tierney will probably get the start. Flapjack Gaming has been a member for 4 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Looking sharp, Ross. What do you think about Barnes or Harrison, assuming they start? Thanks for this season. I like both. Again, if you buy into the narrative that having something to play for is really important, they both have a lot to play for. Obviously, everything. They have the Premier League to play for. So, yeah. I don't know why my Vice armband's on Fernandes. I think I prefer Salah for the Vice. Chat, what would you do with my team then? Let's say we don't get any leaks, right? Let's say no more leaks. What would you do with my team? 1 free transfer, 1.9 million in the bank. So it's probably one of Enciso, McAllister, Mahrez that get replaced, but we'll see. I'm also going to chuck Shaw on the bench because I just can't see him starting. And people are going to keep asking questions otherwise. Haaland to Kane. I would delete your team. Right, just outrageous, Calvin. Calvin just on full savage mode from the start today. Nice. What leaks have we got so far? Recap. KDB, Grealish, Diaz and Akanji apparently haven't travelled. Marcus Rashford starts. Van Dijk and Alisson don't start. And then one account is suggesting that Haaland doesn't start, but I don't feel fully comfortable trusting that yet. So we haven't had too much, but we've had a little bit. Villa are playing for 7th, so Watkins is a potential. Yeah, I understand that Villa have something to play for, Brighton don't. But that doesn't all of a sudden mean that Watkins is going to score a hat-trick. He's going to score a hat-trick now, isn't he? Don't clip that if he scores a hat-trick. Name one Luton player, full name in 5 seconds. I know approximately 0 Luton players, and I can say that with my head held high. I don't watch Championship football at all. So you can tell me who the best Luton players are to buy. I'll be doing research over the summer. I'll make sure I'm fully informed by them. But yeah, I don't watch any Championship football. FPL GOAT has tweeted no Haaland. You do understand that these people don't have sources, though. They're just tweeting this to try and gain followers. He's also just retweeted the same tweet, by the way. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, chat, this changes things. So, the account that runs... Can I say this? One sec, let me check. I'm just asking before I don't want to share news when it's in a private group chat. Let me check, but I might have more confirmation on Haaland in a second. I'll keep you updated. There could be more, more specific confirmation on Haaland in a bit. Everyone's just, say it. No, I just feel bad because Okay, I've just had a third source. That's 3 now have told me Garnacho starts, by the way. Again, I can't... This is the issue. What I like to do is I like to get the source getting something accurate 3 or 4 times, and then I'll start tweeting about it. Because normally, they'll get it wrong occasionally, and then you'll go, right, then they're probably just guessing or making it up. But 3 people have now told me Garnacho starts. So if you want to trust it. So I'm just catching up on the super chats now. I know I missed a few. Chris says, last day, mental. I know, Chris, and I appreciate the super chats and support every week from you. 15 points behind my leader. Okay, 1 free transfer. How many hits would you take? Also, who are your favourite punts if you're chasing? Good luck, bruv. I think the Man City attackers that we know will start, Foden, Alvarez, if we find out they'll start, I like them a lot. I like Crystal Palace attackers. Eze, Elise are good options. I like Garnacho if we feel like he's going to start. Who else do I like? I don't mind West Ham attackers. I feel like Leicester are going to have to go for it. But 15 points is possible. I don't think you need to go massive. You could go for a differential captain. That could be the big difference. If Haaland, let's say they're captain Haaland and he either doesn't start or he blanks, and you captain like Salah for a couple of returns, that could be the 15 points immediately. Hello, you beautiful egg. Hello. Do you think I should captain Haaland or Martin Ødegaard? Martin Ødegaard. I would go Ødegaard captain. No, I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I like Ødegaard as an option, but there's rumours that Saka and Reece Nelson are doubts and Trossard. So I feel like their attackers are... I mean, they could play like Jesus and Nketiah and Ødegaard. Maybe. I actually don't think Haaland captain's going to be feasible, but I'll let you know that in a second. Sorry for the silence and me just spamming my keyboard. There'll be a lot of that in this stream in comparison to normal because I'm trying to find the best team news for you. Right, immediately, don't trust this. 2 seconds, chat. I'm trying to not show you my DMs because I could absolutely destroy people's careers if you see my DMs, right? This account here, make sure, how many people are watching? All 600, all 7,000 people, look at the screen. Don't trust this account. This account has got it wrong repeatedly. like repeatedly, to the extent that I've had to block them because they get team news wrong so much. And then they delete the ones they get wrong and they keep the ones they get right. So the FPL reports, they always tweet early team news and then they just delete the ones they get wrong. So he's just tweeted that McAllister starts. He's going to continue tweeting throughout the day. Ignore it. I'm not saying that that's going to be wrong. Like, McAllister could start, but he doesn't know that. He just guesses entirely. So don't trust that, basically. I'll tell you if any other blocked sources pop up. Right. Currently at 8.7k, great rank. With 2 free transfers. My rank 3 must-have players for this week. Oh, I don't think there are any must-have players. If everyone starts, I think Salah's one of the best. I like any Liverpool attacker that starts and any Man City attacker that starts, because I think there will be rotation, but I would still expect Liverpool and City to win quite comfortably and score goals. So if you can nail who's going to start in the City and Liverpool lineup, they would be in my top 3 probably. Right, sorry, I'm just finding out. Okay, right, I can say that. So this tweet here, I was just chatting to Ross from FPL Merch. 1 second. What am I doing, chat? Sorry. Multitasking here. So, you know, I just said don't trust this. I've just spoken to Ross, fellow Ross, and he said this is not a marketing technique, and he's 100% sure that it's accurate. Okay, so Haaland doesn't start, according to him. I don't think he would lie in a private chat. Right, he's just told us, and basically I just wanted to confirm, can I say your name and say that you're confident? So he is 100% confident. He says that this is true. This is not a marketing technique. So I apologize for saying it is a marketing technique. Apparently Haaland doesn't start. It's not my source, it's not my news, but that's what that says. What I would say before you start selling Haaland for Kane is I would be shocked if we don't get one of Sam, Team News and Ticks, Andy, myself, any of those people getting Haaland team news. So I would not sell Haaland yet. But if this is true, then yeah, I'll probably do Haaland to Kane. I'll probably sell Haaland. Sam says Haaland starts. I'm not seeing this. What are you on about? Is it Booner? It's probably Booner, isn't it? I swear to God, chat, if it's Booner again, you're all going to get sacked off. 1 sec. Because I have not seen Sam tweet anything about Haaland. He's not. I bet it's Booner. 1 sec. It was Booner. That's going to be hilarious that you got again. Oh, it's not Booner. Who is it then? Chat, who's pretending to be Sam that everyone's getting got by? Because I'm trying to help. It's the fake one. Yeah, but who is the fake one? He's not tweeted anything about Haaland, does he? No, he's not. Yeah, but who is the fake account? You look like the video game character from Hitman. It's the wrong Sam. What, do you mean Sam Martin then? Why would Sam Martin have Haaland team news? Oh, there's a fake account called Sam3. Okay. No, I know, chat. I'm just trying to highlight it so that people can not get the team news wrong and so that we can all block the same account. Oh, okay. Thank you, whoever's done that. C345_Sam. Is it? Okay, it's this one. Anyway, basically, it doesn't really matter. What you need to do is just make sure that it's... So this is a fake account. Just when you click on Sam's Twitter, just make sure that he's got 100,000 followers and that he's got this little blue tick. Yeah? I just don't want you guys falling for fake team news, basically. I'm sweltering in this suit. Right. TP says, thank you for all of your hard work and effort this season, Ross. Thank you very much. What are your plans this summer? I'm actually heading to Amsterdam for a month for my PhD. So for the entirety of June, I'm going to be in Amsterdam. And then after that, it'll be FPL content again. I might be going to Italy. Otherwise, fairly chilled summer. So I'm just choking here. What do you think about starting Jota over Matoma? Yes, I would do that. I would start Jota, unless we get team news that Jota doesn't start. But I think that, like I said, any Liverpool attacker that starts is going to be a really good option for this week. Southampton's a good fixture. I mean, they're already relegated. They were the first team to be relegated. They're not good. Raptor, why are you all dressed up? You look sharp. It's for the final stream of the season. I'm dressed up for you. For you. By the way, almost 8,000 people watching now. Why don't you, if you don't mind, share the stream on Twitter or share the stream to your friends? Let's try and get 10,000 people watching. Optimistic, I know. But if you have got friends or a group chat and you think they're people that play FPL that you don't know about, or you just want to share it on Twitter, Instagram, if you share the stream around, I would really appreciate that. Final stream of the season. Let's get a big one. Loosen up that top button. Yeah, I will in a minute. I'm going to have to take off the blazer because it's getting heated. HAALAND to KANE, fine. And KDB to Salah for a -4. That feels like a very good set of transfers if we get confirmation on HAALAND and if we get confirmation Salah starts. Otherwise, you could end up switching HAALAND out who starts and bringing in Salah who doesn't start. So I would want confirmation before we do that, Tayfun. But I like it. 22 points clear is a good position to be in. I think regardless, you'll probably be fine. I like those moves. I would just wait a little bit. Sorry, I'm selfish, so I won't be sharing your stream. I respect that. I respect that. God, it is warm. Right. I'm just going to look again on Twitter again. I keep getting sent a City lineup. And it's the same City lineup, but I wonder if it's just the same source that it's going around with. I'm not going to share that yet. I want a little bit more confirmation. There is a City lineup going around, but I'm just not sure on it. Apologies, chat. I'm dying. I'm trying to die quietly, at least, and keep muting my mic. It's crazy how many team leaks we've got already, by the way. Like, the deadline's not for another hour 45, and we've got so many leaks coming through. Right, I'm going to stop scrolling. Let me answer your questions for a bit, and we'll go back to Twitter in a second. Do you want me to come over and fan you down? That would be great, Marcus. If you could just stand there with a fan. That's what a good moderator would do. Thanks for the content this season, Ross. Always the first FPL content I go to. Unbiased, informative, and very entertaining. Thank you, Steve. That is extremely kind. Thank you, by the way, for just dropping a super chat. Not even asking for advice, just to say thank you. You don't need to do that, though. Just you being here is enough thanks. But I appreciate it, Steve. Do you have any Liverpool leaks? Liverpool leaks. Do I have any Liverpool leaks? I don't have any leaks, but the leak so far is that Alisson doesn't start and that Van Dijk apparently hasn't travelled, is what I've seen. They're the only two. I haven't got anything on Salah and Trent, which is the two we probably want. Can you rank it's just the only two that I like really thoroughly trust is Team News and Ticks. I can copy these into the chat and I can pin it maybe. Let me do that. One sec. I'm just going to help you guys out. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. How do I... Is there a way to shift? No, it doesn't work. Okay. I'm going to have to do it another way. If I... Technology. I'll do it like that. And then Sam. Are there any other team news places that I trust? Heisenberg sometimes gets some good stuff. Let me get him up. I'm just getting all of the leaks up so that you can... Obviously, if you follow the stream, which you should be, don't click off. Why would you do that? Then I'll share them. But in case you aren't going to be able to watch or you want to follow the news yourself... Is there anyone else, chat, that we trust? Anyone that's involved in the Twitter community? Are there any other sources that we trust? Team News and Ticks, Sam, Heisenberg. I mean, Andy sometimes has stuff. I'll put Andy in there. But Andy gets stuff really close to the deadline. He doesn't tend to get it too early. But, I mean, everyone knows Let's Talk, but I'll get Let's Talk. Shall I put my own Twitter? FPL Raptor. Do you know what? Why not? I'm a reliable source, chat. The most reliable egg you'll ever know. Sam Martin for Leicester team news. Paddy for Manchester United. Oh, God, there's not enough space. I'll do that for now. I've pinned a few for now. Team news and Tix and Sam are the two that you can really trust. And I'll add a few in a bit. Chris Price, I love you. Who's Chris Price? Oh, for God. I'm going Chris Price is going to be a bald man, isn't it? This might be the most insulting one yet. Who is this? An ex-Villa player. He's just bald. I don't even look like him. Or are you just... Is this just you using my super chat to declare your love to Chris Price? I don't know, Sean. Either way, if you're saying you love me, I love you. If you're not, then go away. City Extra. City Extra don't have team leaks. They just tweet the leaks that are public on Twitter. So City Extra won't tend to get you any leaks. Is the HAALAND news reliable? Chatting to Ross from FPL Newsletter, he seems to think it is reliable. He said he's 100% sure. FPL Rockstar for team leaks. Rockstar won't get it before the deadline. Rockstar's never got team news before the deadline. Can you go through all of the leaks again? Jesus Christ, chat. Yes, it is. KDB, Grealish, Diaz, and Akanji. Those four haven't travelled, apparently. Rashford starts, which is good. Apparently, Haaland doesn't start. And then Van Dijk and Alisson don't start. I think that's it for now. Oh, and Garnacho starts, apparently. But that Garnacho one's a bit iffy. I would wait to bring in Garnacho. But don't make a transfer yet for anyone, but I would definitely wait on Garnacho. Do you think Gundogan will start? Yes. I'm a bit hesitant on saying that too confidently, though. Would you captain Foden? If Foden starts, I don't mind it, actually. Don't mind that at all. If Mahrez and Haaland don't start, what's your transfers? Chat, look how annoying this is. Oh, I looked at this last night. It's so annoying. Victor just says thank you with a £5 super chat. I love you, Victor. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're all ridiculously generous, by the way. I'm 0.2 million off of this. And it is driving me insane because it's just... I would do this so easily. If Mahrez and Haaland both don't start, I can't get Alvarez and Foden. Wait, what? Oh, no, I can. Oh, I remember checking. Okay, ignore me completely. I checked for, I think, Enciso. Yeah, I remember. I checked for Enciso to Alvarez, so I can afford that. I'd probably do that. I want to click make transfers, but I don't want to accidentally confirm it. If Mahrez and Haaland don't start, and Foden and Alvarez do, that feels relatively straightforward. And I feel it's probably relatively straightforward for anyone that wants to. So yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I thought I couldn't afford that. I was trying the Enciso move last night. So Mahrez and Haaland to Foden and Alvarez. What do you think about that, chat, as a -4? Oh, everyone's saying Andy's tweeted. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, God. Andy. What, let's talk FPL? Bloody hell, I was not expecting to get team news that early. Okay, Haaland doesn't start. That's the third person to confirm that now. Right, so no Haaland. Haaland does not start. What's the plan? Right, we can run a poll straight away. Start a poll. Thank you for the content and memes this season from Alex. Thank you, Alex. That's very kind of you to say. I'm glad I can make some people laugh and smile with my terrible humour. Sorry, I'm just running a poll quickly. God, this is such a long poll. So I think that basically, sorry, chat, the 4 options that I think you've got are bringing KANE and Captain KANE. Obviously, if you have KANE, then you can't bring in KANE and Captain KANE, but you can captain him. The other option is bringing KANE, captain someone else, right? So you still bring in KANE, but you maybe switch the captaincy to a Salah. Or you could probably go for Alvarez instead, who's likely to start. Bring in Alvarez and captain Alvarez, or you could probably bring in Alvarez and captain another player. Hopefully that poll makes sense. In my head, it was going to be really simple what you would do. But I feel like there are loads of different possibilities. Odds on FPL has tweeted his team is in ruins. Yeah, I know. It looks like there's going to be quite a lot of rotation. Okay, some more team news then. Everton are in a back 3 today. It likely means that McNeil is at left wing back. So if you were considering Dwight McNeil, actually, what we've seen is his creativity is still decent at left wing back, but he's probably not a massive goal threat. So I think if you were maybe considering McNeil, this makes him a slightly weaker option just because he's going to be playing in defence. So that's something to consider as well. Right. What do we do with HAALAND? I don't know. It's a good question. I was expecting to panic last minute and just make a rush decision. I think it's got to be KANE. It's got to be KANE, hasn't it, really? FPL Pickle says HAALAND to Alvarez, okay, and Mahrez to Salah if he starts. I like that as a plan. Alvarez and Salah are good. Again, yeah, I would wait for Salah confirmation. I kind of want Mahrez to start. Mahrez starting would just be a real godsend for me, to be honest. HAALAND to Alvarez, De Silva to Son. Oh, Heung-min Son, that's a cheeky pump. Oh, I like that a lot. Odds on says Shaw is out. Good Lord, we are getting a lot of team news. Oh, chat, this is the best day of the season, isn't it? Let's be honest. This is the best day of the season. Right, odds on FPL. Odds on FPL. Do give Paddy a follow, by the way. Absolutely top man. So, not from my new... By the way, this is Paddy's company. He started like a company website. So this... That's a loud engine. So he's retweeted it, but this will be from Paddy. He said, not from my normal source, so really take it with a pinch of salt. Only sharing this to warn you if you own the players. I'd be worried if you own Shaw or Martial. I'm surprised by that. I would have had Martial in the 11. That is an interesting one. Yeah, I would have had Martial in the 11, but there we go. Garnacho starts via FPL Raptor. wait, why am I getting cited as a source? I said that I was given by a few unreliable sources. Oh, Edison starts. Interesting. Look at Andy getting all the team news. What a goat. Edison starts. Cool. Actually, I'm not very happy about that. I feel like my team's worse off with Edison starting. Edison starts. Okay, HAALAND isn't starting. Edison starts. Shaw doesn't start. This is going to be so complicated to keep track of. Chaz said, you missed my previous super chat, Ross. I'm very sorry, Chaz. Thanks for the content. You are more than welcome. Let me try and find... What was your other super chat? Was it just to say thank you again? I think I've lost that. I apologize if it was a question. That's gone. I wasn't looking at the chat for ages. Same question again. No HAALAND, Raya versus Edison. Now, it's got to be Edison now that we know he starts. I know that City aren't going to go full strength. I know they're missing a few centre-backs. Oh, it really does have to be Edison, doesn't it? Or does it? Chat, who would you start? Spam in the chat. Ray or Edison? I might do a poll. Maybe I'll spin the wheel in a second as well. Would you start Edison or Raya? Yeah, Edison starts for City, but in my team, would you start Edison or Raya? Marcus says Edison. Matthew, Edison. Lots of Edisons. Okay, yes, Edison, isn't it? Raya loves save. This is the thing, Raya loves save points. FPL Pickle says Edison. Yeah. The thing is, I don't make very good goalkeeper decisions, so I am hesitant to trust myself. Let me check if Leaked Lineups has put anything on Instagram. Nope, nothing on Instagram yet. Imagine some sexy rare save points. When you put it like that, it is quite sexy. Right. I need to then switch the armband off of Haaland. Who do we captain then? Chat, I think it's time. I know. Listen, I know it's early. But I think it's time to spin the wheel. I also think it's time to do a captaincy poll as well. Right, so we're going to have a bit of a chat about captaincy. Team News and Tick says he's getting lineups at 145. Did he? One sec, let me check that. Chat, this is manic. I was not expecting to be this busy. I was expecting to be this busy like 20 minutes before the deadline. Where did he say that? Or is it another fake account? I didn't see that, chat. Okay, you're either lying or it's a fake account. Oh no, my Twitter's going to freeze. Oh, there's far too much. Oh God, right, I'm going to stop scrolling. Right, spin the wheel. Captaincy poll as well. Let me know in the chat. Oh, he deleted it. Okay, he deleted it. That's fine. Let me know in the chat. I can only have 3 captaincy options for the poll. Who are you going to captain? Haaland is benched. Well, he's not starting. He might not even be in the squad, but Haaland's not starting. Who is your captain? And I'll run a poll. Obviously, Kane and Salah's probably going to be 2 of them. Sam says Rashford. FPL Pickle says Kane. Kane, Salah, Eze, Edison. Yeah, Edison captain. Let's do it. Sahari, Kane. Oh, God, there's a lot of Kane. Rashford and Bruno look probably like the 3rd, right? Captaincy poll. Salah. Bruno. No, Bruno. Kane. What am I doing? Oh, quite a few Alvarez shouts. Rashford, Alvarez. I'm going to put Alvarez. I like an Alvarez punt. This is assuming we get confirmation Alvarez starts. And if we do, bear in mind Alvarez will be the striker. He won't be playing in that KDB role. He's going to be playing in the Haaland role probably. Salah, Kane, Alvarez. Do you know what I thought is a possibility, by the way, chat? What do you think of this? So, KDB probably isn't travelling. What do we think about... Let me switch back to my team. We'll just do the wheel in a sec. What do we think about the possibility of potentially Foden starting in the false 9? We saw it a lot last season. So, if KDB isn't there, Alvarez drops into midfield, Foden as the false 9, could be like Mahrez and... Not Grealish. Mahrez and Palmer. Or something like that. Maybe Alvarez wouldn't start as the 9. I don't know. Let's say Alvarez does start, though. And then other comment. Right, there's a captaincy poll, and we're going to spin the wheel as well. Haaland to Kane, then I have Mahrez, Grealish, Matoma to swap for a -12. I have 3.6 after Kane, and nothing's played for us, so I want to do a -12. Yeah, that sounds good, Martin. Lots of good midfield options. Eze, Erdegaard. Garnacho, you could take a punt on. You've got to check out the Moco Museum in Amsterdam whilst you're there, by the way. Also, Denaktwak, Burger Room and Days are good places to eat. Okay. If someone could make a note of those in that recent super chat, that would be excellent. JSY. Cool. Thank you for those recommendations. Right, I was going to spin the wheel, wasn't I? Can feel the FPL website lagging already. I just got a little bit of a lag myself, actually. That is quite worrying, isn't it? Cool, there is going to be a lot of traffic on the FPL site today. Right, like I said, there is a captaincy poll. Make sure to vote. We want as many votes on that captaincy poll as possible. And I'm going to spin the wheel now. Right, let me know. We can have loads of options here. Who are you captaining? Kane. You know what? I'm going to put Haaland on there. You could still captain Haaland potentially, I suppose. Salah, Rashford, Bruno, Alvarez, Foden, Edison. Who might you want to captain? Wilson, Eze. A lot of people are saying Eze. I can't put too many options on it because it'll get ridiculous otherwise. Who else, chat? Who else you captain? Right, I think there's a few like cheeky punts like Firmino, Son, but I feel like they're the main ones. Right? If you're new to the channel, by the way, make sure to subscribe. But also, we do best of 3. So basically, first to 2 spins. The wheel has a 100% success rate. You do not doubt the wheel. It's always correct. And if you doubt the wheel, you will get a red arrow. Okay, so whoever this says to captain, I will captain. The wheel's feeling a little bit template. He'll warm himself up. Okay, so Kane's got 1. It says count +1. I didn't know you could do that. Count +1. That's a good way of keeping track. I bet you guys have known that all along, and I've just been here trying to keep track mentally. Okay, Bruno +1. Yes, HAALAND is not starting. Confirmation we've had from 2 separate sources. HAALAND is not starting. Absolutely. So I'd captain someone else myself. Okay. Heisenberg's tweeted. Okay, one sec. I'll interrupt the wheel. Don't worry. The wheel's coming back. Apparently Heisenberg's just tweeted. Brand new source could be complete. I won't say that word, but here we go. I'll add on a tweet if more proof comes. De Gea, Dallo, Maguire. Okay, this is the exact team I was given, chat. This is the exact 11 I was given at 8:30 a.m. Makes me think it's more likely to be correct. Also, if you were to ask me to list the 11 that I would want to start, it's probably all of those but Maguire would be the United 11 I'd want. So yeah, I would feel fairly comfortable saying that probably is the United 11, or at least that would be close to it. But he has said it's a new source. But yeah, that's the 11 that I was given. It might be from the same account, to be honest. That it's just DM'd a few different content creators. All right, back to the wheel, because the wheel knows more than anyone else, to be honest. Yes, everyone's saying HAALAND not starting. Yes, 100% confirmation. Or not 100%, but oh my God, the answer's Bruno. Now, I know certain people don't even have Bruno, so that sucks. But the wheel's never wrong. The captain for Game Week 38, according to the wheel, the Disc of Destiny, is Bruno Fernandes. Okay? So if you don't own him, you're in trouble. We'll come back to that. Maybe we'll give the wheel a second chance, because I know a lot of people don't even have Bruno Fernandes. Eze captain. Lots of people on Eze captain. He went from being a differential to one of the most heavily transferred in and potentially captain players. I like him, though. Do you think Edouard will start? I do think Edouard will start, but I don't know that. So, Ross, who would you rather have, Garnacho or Elise? I would rather have Garnacho, probably. Garnacho's more of a goal threat. Elise's got really decent assist threat, but he's not a massive goal threat. So, yeah. If I had to pick, I would probably say Garnacho. Firmino captain. I like the sentimentality of it, but I wonder, is he even going to start? Like, how do we know he's going to start? We don't. You can't prove anything. Do you think Varane will start? Was Varane in the 11? Who was in the 11 that I just showed you? No, Varane wasn't in the 11. That's the only thing I'm a little bit off about. But I guess we don't... Varane's really injury prone. We don't need to risk Varane. We don't need to risk Luke Shaw. I'm surprised Casemiro's in there. Because if Casemiro gets another red, or another yellow, isn't there a chance of him? I think there's a chance of him missing the final. Rashford, I still thought Rashford, as per my team selection video, I thought Rashford and Bruno would start. I'm not that shocked by that lineup. I like Dallo as an option now, though. I feel like if you want to make a defensive transfer, Dallo's probably the one. What is the United team, bro? It's just a leak. This is the thing. Like, I got the same DM, but I don't feel fully comfortable trusting it. When did I get the tweet? Yeah, I got it at 11:39. No. Yeah, 11:39. That was it. Yeah, so I got one at 8:30 and I got one at 11:39. It's exactly the same team. So this means two things. It either means the team is correct or it means the same incorrect teams going around. And sometimes we see this where loads of people will be sharing it around and you end up with exactly the same incorrect team being shared to everyone. Kane's going to be so heavily owned now, by the way. I reckon Kane would be pushing 100% effective ownership, which sucks if you had Kane as a differential, because now you won't have him as a differential anymore. What do you think about Rodrigo? I like Rodrigo a lot, actually. If he starts. I don't know what the latest was on his injury, because he had a little bit of a knock, didn't he? What is the Man City team news? Man City team news is Haaland doesn't start, which I think means two things. Probably Foden or like a Cole Palmer in the false nine, or Alvarez starts. It's more likely just Alvarez starts up top. So I'm looking at the moment, potentially something like, let me just move you over here. We could do, so, I mean, Haaland to Kane, it feels too, especially if you're happy with your rank, which I am, I can't not have Kane. It's too much of an easy transfer. I know it's boring, but that's one. I might end up taking another one. If Mahrez is out, I could do Mahrez to Foden. If Enciso doesn't start, or I just want someone else, I could do Enciso to Alvarez. I could even afford Greenwood to Alvarez, actually. Oh, camera's gone. Nice. Success. If you're watching and you've never watched a stream before, my camera dies intermittently. It will be back in about 45 seconds to a minute. Alvarez in for Greenwood. I would then just have to bench one of McAllister or Enciso. So that could be decent as a -4. Alvarez and Kane coming in feels like a nice set of transfers. There are 10,000 people here. Hello. Welcome to a stream. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe. I am usually existing in the bottom right corner, but my camera is just resetting itself. Isn't Foden injured? No, not as far as I know. Get a new camera. Get a new face. I'm joking. That was a bit mean. I will get a new camera over the summer, or I'll get a new something at least. You've missed my super chat. Sounds like me, to be honest. Hey, Ross, appreciate all the content you've done this season. What are your thoughts on Haaland, Martial, and Gakpo to Kane, Firmino, and Rashford? I like that a lot, but only if we know Gakpo isn't starting. For now, Gakpo's a decent option. David says, I have Trippier and Shaw. Should I start Castagna or Botman ahead of Shaw? Yeah, I like both of those ahead of Shaw. It looks like Luke Shaw isn't starting, so yeah. Bobby Firmino, everyone's really interested. I do like him a lot. I do like him a lot. Let me see if my camera's going to work now. So yeah, Alvarez and Kane coming in feels like a decent set of transfers. I'm not necessarily definitely going to do that, but that feels like a good possibility. Going to work? Yes. There I am. I'm back. I don't know if I've still got the Vice armband on Haaland. Let me put the Vice on Fernandes for now. But should I just do Haaland to Kane now? Is there anything that's going to stop me from wanting to do Haaland to Kane? I guess we could get news that Kane doesn't start, but it's unlikely. I guess there's no point in rushing it. I'll wait a little bit, but Haaland to Kane feels just so easy. Do you have any Brighton news? I've got no Brighton news yet. I just feel like there might not necessarily be much Brighton news just because we're so focused on some of the other key teams. It was better without the camera on. Wow. Savage. Iheanacho starts. According to who? Oh, Ederson starts was the other news. So if you've got Ederson in goal, best of luck to you. Haaland, Enciso, McAllister to Kane, Alvarez, Eze, -8. Haaland, Enciso, McAllister to Kane, Alvarez, Eze, -8. Yes, but if Enciso and McAllister start, they could be really good options. We expect Villa to go for it because they need to win. Could that mean that there are a lot of goals in this game? I mean, I'm looking at potentially selling either of those two, but I almost want a bit of proof that we know they're going to be benched. Unless you want Son instead of Kane. I mean, it's interesting. I don't hate it. Sam Martin. This guy's a fool. Oh, thanks. Oh, wow, thanks. Sam Martin tweeted. Let's have a look. Why is that not working? There you go. Sam Martin. There we go. Oh, nice. Barnes, Nacho, and Maddison front three. Nerves starting to kick in now. So that means Vardy doesn't start. So now Vardy's a no-go. He'll probably come off the bench to get his final send-off. But yeah, I'm not interested in Vardy now, obviously, if he doesn't start. Do like Maddison, though. Now we've got confirmation Maddison. I like that front three. I would argue that that is Leicester's best front three. Barnes, Nacho, and Maddison. Chat, is anyone interested in any of those three players? Anyone from Leicester? Barnes, Nacho, Maddison. Is Shaw out for certain? Shaw's not out for certain, but it looks like he'll stay out, yeah. Thoughts on Arsenal players like Ødegaard against Wolves? I like them. I like Jesus. I like Ødegaard. Looks like Nketiah could get a start. Not definitely. I just don't know that they'll go and batter Wolves. Although Wolves got nothing to play for and Wolves aren't great away from home, so maybe. Claudette says, hi, Ross, looking swank love. Thank you, Claudette. Good to see you as always. Thoughts on Barnes? Yeah, if I had to pick one, I would say Maddison of the three. But if we're looking at data, all three tend to have strong data. I mean, Nacho in particular always has ridiculous expected goals, but he just can never finish. Shall I try and recap the team news? All right, let's see how good my memory is. Team news is KDB, Grealish, Diaz, Akanji haven't travelled. Ederson starts. Haaland doesn't start. Van Dijk and Alisson don't start. Rashford and Garnacho do start. Luke Shaw doesn't start. I think that's it. Potentially. Your mama is benched. Rude. Mahrez news. No, we don't have Mahrez news yet. Sadly. Is Luis Diaz in the squad? I don't know, but he's the sort of punt I would... If I knew Luis Diaz was starting... I love Luis Diaz. I would be tempted, to be honest, in that Mahrez spot. I would, if I could get any early team news now, I would want to know, is Foden starting? Is Gakpo or Luis Diaz starting? And maybe is Alvarez starting? It's really those Liverpool Man City attackers I would love to know. Ross, the United starting 11 is out. I already know the United starting 11 is out, but it's not from anyone reliable. I mean, FPL Heisenberg has literally said he's never heard from this person. They've just DM'd him the team, and it's the same team that I got. So everyone's just sharing the same team, but we don't know how reliable it is. We've got an hour and 15 minutes till the deadline, by the way, so plenty of time, but maybe start thinking about your transfers. Haaland could get 45 minutes and score 3 goals. He could. It is an extremely equal split between Salah and Kane captain, by the way. Salah is currently on 44% of the chat. 40% are on Kane, and then 8% are on Alvarez, 8% are on other. So it looks like potentially there might be a relatively equal split between Salah and Kane captaincy. I don't know which way I'd go at the moment. Actually, I do know. If Salah's starting, I'll captain Salah. But if we don't know that Salah's... Okay, that's probably the one I'm thinking. If we don't know whether Salah starts or not, I think I'll captain Kane. If we know Salah starts, I think I'll captain Salah. It's a tough one. Rashford captain, I don't hate it. But Man United, I know we scored a lot against Chelsea, but we don't tend to score that many goals, so I feel like there might be better options on the final day. Eze or Alvarez if you could only go for one? If Alvarez starts, Alvarez for me. Sam FPL was just hinted at a Matoma benching. But none of these people have ever had early team news before. Like, why are we trusting that all of a sudden these... Let me have a look. Yeah, he's kind of implicitly said that, but he might just be saying that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trust that completely. Oh, I'd like to know if Firmino starts. Are we interested? Chat, let's say we get confirmation that Firmino starts in enough time to transfer him in. Is anyone interested in Firmino? Let's actually have a look at his data when he plays. Because I haven't actually seen his data for a long time. I haven't considered him at all at any point. Oh, that's a bit dodgy. One second. Just fixing my stream in OBS. Don't mind me. Let's just look at all of the attackers from game week 17 onwards for Liverpool. Just have a look at, if we know which Liverpool attackers are starting, who are the ones that we want to go for? Oh, bloody hell, Firmino's data's good. He's only played 219 minutes, though. So that's not a big sample size. But he is good. I like Firmino as an option, you know. So that's the sort of final day punt that I enjoy. Decent data, sentimental. Firmino captain if he starts. Firmino farewell great brace incoming. Yeah, could be. Do I start in Ciso or Mahrez? If Mahrez starts, Mahrez. If Mahrez doesn't start in Ciso, it's really dependent. If we don't know, I think Enciso is more likely to start than Mahrez. But it's Jacob Ramsey's birthday today. Oh, do we believe in the birthday narrative? Who scored on their birthday recently? Is it Matoma? Yeah, the birthday narrative, maybe. Leading my mini league by 38 points. Do you have any suggestions? Kick back and relax, Eric. You're not going to lose 38 points. But if you want genuine advice, I would just block the player that second place has that you think could go big. So if they have Trent, get Trent. If they have Fernandez, get Fernandez, etc. I'm 80% sure I won't be picking Kane. I feel like Leeds have got much more to play for, and I also think Leeds will win. It all depends on game state, and we don't talk about game state enough. But if Spurs score first, and if Spurs score early, I think it could be an absolute bloodbath, because Leeds can't sit back at that point. If Leeds score first, then yeah, Leeds could just sit 10, 11 men behind the ball and just defend for the entire game, and it could be like a 1-0 Leeds kind of game. So it really does depend on what happens in the first sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes. By the way, this is a personal best for viewers on the channel. We just hit 11,000 people watching live. So if you're one of the 11,000 people that haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. I massively appreciate it. We do these deadline streams every week and loads of other content too. And there's some big stuff planned as well for next season. So make sure you subscribe. Eze or Mahrez? I prefer Eze probably. Congrats on 11K, Ross. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. Cheers, but we don't know who scores first. No, I suppose the reason I was saying that, I know we don't know who scores first. The reason that I'm saying that is that, yes, on paper, you could think Leeds will win. But what I'm saying is if Spurs do score first, it could be a bloodbath, and I'm banking on that. And I don't want to go against Kane in the hope that Leeds are the team that score first. Hopefully that makes sense. The logic there, thought process. Are you taking out Haaland? Yes, I'll be selling Haaland for sure. Your viewer count is higher than your overall rank. That's a flex. That is a flex. I like it. It's a good thing my overall rank isn't like 500k, because I wouldn't be getting that many viewers. Leeds need to win by 3 goals. They might need to win by 3 goals. Yeah, they're going to have to go for it, I think, and it's why I quite like Kane. I'll be honest, I'm probably going to bring Kane. I could be all dramatic about it, but I'm 90% sure that Kane will be coming in. Captaincy, I'm not sure on, though. And I don't know who will be coming in alongside Kane, if anyone. Could be Alvarez, could be Foden, could be no one. Thank you so much for your great work all season, Raptor. If Haaland's not starting, Haaland to Kane. Haaland isn't starting, so there you go, Haaland to Kane. Captain Kane or Salah. At the moment, I prefer Salah. Do we ever get early Newcastle team news? We're less likely to, but it is possible. Did you get anything else from City? No, my source has gone a bit dry on that. Sorry, the Man City source that gets me the news, he plays FPL, and he's just said he might bring in Alvarez. So I'm just like, do you know something that I don't? Does Alvarez start? Doing my best to try and get some more team news for you. Salah and Alvarez or Kane and Ødegaard? I would go Salah and Alvarez or Kane and Ødegaard. Oh, that is a horrible one. I would go Salah and Alvarez have a higher ceiling for me. Kane ticks along very nicely, so does Ødegaard. If you were to say one of those combinations got you like 40 points, I would bet a lot of my money that every time it would be Salah and Alvarez. But I like both combinations, so either or. -8 taken. Let me run another poll to see what you're currently planning. What is the current plan? I want to see how many people are taking hits. 3 transfers, -4 hits, -8 hits. And then for those absolute cheeky devils that want to do more, -12 hits or more. What is the current plan? 3 transfers, -4 hit, -8 hit, -12 or hit or more. Vote on that poll now. Going in the chat. Alvarez starts. Come again? Oh, I'm going to do it. I can't not. Yeah, he's coming in. He's definitely coming in. Who was it? Andy, apparently. Mahrez doesn't start. I was not... This is so relaxed. I was not expecting to get team news this early. Alvarez starts. Cool. Andy the GOAT. It's obvious Alvarez starts. I don't know. Please tell me you've got Mahrez news. I've asked, I'll tweet Andy. Hopefully he's got some Mahrez news. Matoma's benched. Chat, how is there this much happening this early? The leaks are out of control now on Twitter, aren't they? Let's be honest. Benched. Mahrez is benched. The source is my uncle. Is your uncle Pep? God, I am very hot in this suit. Why did I choose today of all days to wear a suit? Sophie says, who's a good replacement for sure if you can't afford Trent and have Botman and Mings on the bench? Dallo, probably. I'd probably go Dallo. Where is Matoma benched? Chat, who's the Matoma bench leak that you're all talking about? Sam FPL. He doesn't get early team news, does he? I just worry that people are just guessing for a little bit of clout. No, that wasn't... He's just saying that. Nah, I'm not sure. And CISO benching is rumoured. God, I'm trying to keep track of everything here. Tony starts, so I know that's definitely not factual. The FPL report, I told you, chat, don't trust that account. Where is it? This guy, I've blocked him because he repeatedly gives fake team news. No, don't trust it. We spoke about this earlier. I know a lot of people weren't watching at that point. If this guy is your source, I'm not saying that he won't be correct occasionally because you can guess correctly, but I wouldn't be trusting him. Yeah, no, I'm not convinced. Sorry, chat. Sorry, I'm really trying to keep track. I've missed super chats. There's people saying, Alvarez for Haaland for a -4. I have Kane. Yeah, Alvarez for Haaland sounds good if you already have Kane. I still prefer Kane to Alvarez if you don't have either. But yes, it's such an easy transfer if you don't have... Now we know Alvarez starts, for sure. All right, let me go back here. This is my team at the moment. I've not made a transfer yet. Currently planning probably Haaland to Kane and Enciso to Alvarez. The issue I've got if Mahrez is benched, I'm going to be on a -8. Heisenberg has tweeted the City team. He's just tweeting he's desperate for followers. He's just tweeting anything he gets. He can't have all this confirmed. I can't believe it. Oh, Mahrez is in the 11. Right, I wasn't preparing for that. That's a touch. Interesting. Was not ready for that. Wait, there's no Gundogan. That is the most weird team. There's no Gundogan, no Bernardo Silva, no KDB. Obviously, we knew that. Interesting. Okay. Can you see that, chat? I do have, yeah, I do have that up on the screen. What do we think of that? 12K watching now. Amazing. I know. It's absolute madness. Absolute madness. Thank you for being here if you're watching. I'm going to try and get you the team news throughout up to the deadline. Like the stream, guys, for the Baldy. Yes, like the stream for the Bald Man. Mahrez on penalty. Oh my God, Mahrez is on penalties. Chat, Mahrez is on penalties. It's exciting. Mahrez and Foden start. Oh, this is... Why have we got this team news so early? Foden and Mahrez start as well. Nice. Was there anything else I've missed? Yeah, I've missed super chats. I'm sorry. There is absolutely... Like, the chat is going mental, obviously, as you would expect. Okay, so we have the City team news. It's this. So, I can keep Mahrez then. Let me go back to my team. I can keep Mahrez. I can sell Haaland. It's whether I also want to sell Enciso. Apparently, there are rumours that Enciso's benched. Marcus, I think you're the one that I saw. Where was the rumours that Enciso's benched? I think I saw you say that. Because I haven't seen that anywhere. -4 incoming. Yeah, I think there might be a -4 yells. That could be the case. Hi, Ross. Looking good. Thank you very much. I have Mahrez, Shaw, Haaland, and Wilson doubtful of starting. Which two players should you sell and for whom? Shaw and Haaland, because Mahrez looks like he'll start. Wilson should start. I think Shaw and Haaland are the priority there. Alvarez and Kane are the obvious ones. Marcus, where did you see the Enciso stuff? If you could let me know. We need to save our free hit for Game Week 38. I'm actually genuinely considering free hit 38 next season because look at all of this. You could have Mahrez, Foden, Alvarez. You could have Dallo, Garnacho. Like, if you have your free hit this week, you are laughing. Okay, Marcus, I'm looking at the tweet that you've sent me now. I've never seen this account before. Yeah, I can see that, Marcus. I'm not trusting that quite yet, sadly. I wish I could. We want some more reliable stuff, really, don't we? What do you think about Bowen or Maddison? I like both. I probably prefer Maddison slightly. His data's just a lot stronger than Bowen's, but I like both, to be honest. Are Foden and Mahrez starting? Yeah, Foden, the front four, Foden, Mahrez, Alvarez, Palmer, and then it's like Phillips and Lewis. Oh, my gurgling. Please read the City lineup out loud. I'm visually impaired. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I should do that more often, shouldn't I? That's really silly of me. Right, let me have a look. Sorry, so if you're visually impaired or you're just not looking at the screen, the Man City lineup is Ederson, Walker, Ake, Laporte, Gomez, Lewis, Phillips, Palmer, Foden, Mahrez, Alvarez. So in other words, the City attackers that are benched that you might own, well, KDB and Grealish haven't travelled. I told you that this morning. And then Haaland's benched. And then the defenders, there's no Stones, there's no Diaz, there's no Akanji. If this lineup is correct. So yeah, I'm happy. It means I can keep Mahrez, which is one less player that I have to deal with. Which is massive. God, my OBS is struggling. I don't know if it's the heat coupled with the amount that's going on. Seeing that City lineup, I'm starting Raya. I think that looks like a strong City lineup myself. I'm not convinced that's a bad City lineup. Is Grealish still hungover? I don't know what the situation is with Grealish. Do you think Mahrez is definitely on penalties? No, I think Alvarez could take them. But yeah, Mahrez should be on penalties. He seems to be on penalties when Haaland isn't on the pitch. So yeah, I would feel fairly comfortable saying so. There's only 10 players in that City lineup. Is there? No. Should I would have noticed that. Is there actually? Ederson, Walker, Ake, Laporte, Gomez, Lewis, Phillips, Palmer, Foden, Mahrez. No, it's 11. You liar, you can't count. Maybe I can't count. I think there's 11. Yeah. It does look like a bit of an imbalanced squad, though. When I first looked at it, I was like, no Gundogan, no Bernardo Silva. It does look a little bit strange. My only concern with Foden, guys, is... Let me... Sorry, I keep going back and forth between screens. If we get that lineup back up, I think Foden will play in the 8 role. It could be Palmer, but I think it will be... could be Palmer. It'll be Alvarez up top, Mahrez. It'll be Mahrez, Alvarez, maybe Foden, but I think it'll be Palmer. And then Foden plays more in that midfield role. So, yeah, I don't see I don't see any issue with Foden. I think this probably makes Alvarez and Mahrez slightly better options, though. I think I'm all over Alvarez, to be honest. If you're going to go for one, I'm all over Alvarez. Can we have a break? Raptor F1 is starting. No, we can't have a break. There is no break from FPL. I wish there was. Foden or Mahrez? I actually think Mahrez, potentially. Foden's got the better data when he starts recently, but like I said, I think he's going to be playing a slightly defensive role. So Sorry, I'm not sure about that. Why is she talking? There's no break when you're wearing a suit. That's correct, Yells. When you wear a suit, you have to go fully formal and you go... I'm very professional today. I don't know if you've noticed. There is no mucking about. Right, should we just sell Haaland for Kane then? How long have we got? We've got an hour till kickoff, till the deadline. I need a wee. That's not a good sign. Haaland to Kane. Shall I just do that? One transfer now? Is there anything stopping me from doing Haaland to Kane? There's not really, is there? Like, I'm going to make that move. Not yet. Why are people saying not yet? If you're saying not yet, what is it that's what should I wait for? Because I don't think I need to wait for anything. And I guess, like I said, there's a small chance Kane's bench, but I have Diaz, Shaw, and Van Dijk. Who to get for a -4? That is terrible luck. Imagine having Diaz, Shaw, and Van Dijk, all three not going to play. I would get Dalot would be my first choice. If you can get to Trent, obviously Trent. Dalot, Trent. You want a player that's got some attacking threat at the least. Wait for Kane news. Okay, I'll wait a little bit. Yeah, I do have an hour. That's true. Yeah, well done for talking me down. I've got an hour. I won't be impatient with it. I'll wait a little bit and, yeah, we'll assess them. Tierney or White? I think I prefer Tierney. I expect Tierney to start because it's his probably his final game for Arsenal. And he's got more attacking threat, I think. White's got decent attacking threat. I'd go Tierney. Have some fun with it. What is your current plan, Raptor? I think my current plan is Haaland to Kane. If we know Salah starts, I'll captain Salah. If we don't know, I might end up captaining Kane. I also still like Fernandes and Rashford. And then I'll probably take a -4 and do Enciso to Alvarez. I could even do McAllister. Could do McAllister to... Can I do that? One sec. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out what I want to do. I don't know the answer. What are your transfer plans, by the way? Let me know in the chat what your transfer plans are at the moment. Obviously, it might change across the next hour. Kane. Can I then afford McAllister to Foden? I can't, can I? Oh, I can. What combination? No, Alvarez is playing as the 9. Alvarez is the better player, isn't he? Chat, which combination do you prefer out of these? Edison, dude. Why are you laughing at my Edison? Edison's going to keep a clean sheet. You heard it here first. Do you have any Bukayo Saka news? I don't actually have anything Arsenal yet, which is strange. But we might get something. Do you prefer... Which do you prefer? Enciso and Foden. Or Alvarez and McAllister? I've just put a poll. It's basically, if I want to get a third City asset again after selling Haaland, do I get Foden or Alvarez? If I go for the Alvarez one, it's with McAllister. If I go for the Foden one, I keep Enciso. I think I prefer Alvarez and McAllister, but there's possibilities. There's possibilities all over the place. I also feel like, again, if I'm trying to protect my rank slightly, I feel like Alvarez and McAllister are going to be more highly owned than Enciso and Foden. So that's probably the slightly safer moves too. You could go Eze instead. No, I want a third City asset ahead of Eze, probably. Yeah, Eze's going to be highly owned, though, isn't he? I could take a -8 and bring in Foden. Foden, Eze. -8 for Eze's possibility. Could you do my super chat? Yeah, let me look back. I might have missed it, sadly. I'm sorry if I have missed any super chats. Any good £5.2 million mids this game week? 5.2. Garnacho is probably my go-to at that cheaper price. Luke says, enjoy the end of the season. I'm on 20 points clear. Second has Salah. Do I -4 Matoma and Haaland out for Salah and Alvarez? Or do I do Haaland for Firmino or Jota? Yeah, if you're mainly interested in the mini league, I would do the -4 for Salah and Alvarez, Luke. Michael says, Mahrez or Ødegaard for Grealish? Mahrez or Ødegaard for Grealish? I would go Mari, Eze or Ødegaard. Ooh. I actually really like Mahrez now that I know he starts, but I think they would be my top 3 choices, along with Garnacho maybe 4th. Mahrez, Eze, Ødegaard. Maybe Eze. Yeah, maybe I would choose Eze if it was fresh, but I like Mahrez and Ødegaard as well now. Chat, I need a wee, but I don't want to do a wee break right now. It's too intense. Robles is starting in goal for Leeds. Nice. Don't know if that affects much. I think him and Melier are both fine. Looking respectable, Ross. Thank you. I am sweating. Is Matoma benched? Supposedly, a couple of people have said he is, but just wet yourself. We won't know. Possibility. Best differential midfielder in the top 100k. Best differential midfielder. I've listed a few of them. Foden, another Palace midfielder that isn't Eze, so Elise Ayew. Maybe like a Gakpo or Diaz if we know they start. And then Garnacho would probably be my top ones. Is Haaland benched? Yes, Haaland is benched. For sure. Well, I say for sure. We've had it confirmed from like 3 or 4 sources, so I think for sure, but I guess you never know. I don't trust the Matoma news completely. I would wait on Matoma. The guy that tweeted Matoma's got like 1,000 followers. I don't follow him. I've never seen him before. And then the other accountant tweeted it. He more implied it than confirmed that it was early team news. So I would lean on the side of saying, don't transfer out Matoma yet. Mac 10 to Eze, is it worth a -4? Is it worth a -4? No. I'm going to say no. Unless we get team news that McAllister's benched. Everson or Still? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think either will keep a clean sheet, True Fandela. So maybe Everson makes slightly more saves. Taking a -8 because that's what lads do. What a guy, Pumpkinhead. Shaw to Dallo or McAllister to Ramsey for the last transfer. If I don't move out Shaw, Estepinian would start. I don't think you need to sell Shaw. I would just start Estepinian. Mac 10 to Ramsey. I don't mind Jacob Ramsey. I've not considered him myself, but I do think there will be goals in that Villa-Brighton game. So maybe go for it. But I don't think you need to, when you've got Estepinian, I don't feel like you need to take out Luke Shaw. That's my current plan anyway. Who do you think will be the king of the game week, Ross? I'm going to say optimistically, Mahrez. He's not. It'll be someone random, probably. Or Salah, hopefully, if I captain him. Just tuned in. What did I miss? Who isn't starting? God, there is too much. There's too much. We've got the entire City 11. I feel like that's the thing that I should show for those that have just joined. Probably the most useful. That's apparently the entire City 11. Which I think is a strong team. It's strong enough to go and do a job. So I would feel... I might captain Alvarez. No, I'd probably captain Salah still. I feel like the top 3 captaincy options now are probably still Kane, Salah, and Alvarez for me. Maybe Bruno or Rashford if you want to go there. Feeling hot, lose the coat. I'm going to have to take the blazer off in a second. I probably need to do a wee in a second as well. It's a disaster. This is what happens when you start the deadline stream too early. and also drink too much water. Got to pick players who have played something to play, who have something to play for. Nah, I think people buy into that too much, in my personal opinion, anyway. Laura says, should I transfer Shaw or play Mings -4? Maybe take the hit. I'd probably just play Mings and hope that you get something. Something Mings. You've missed my super chat. I can't see anything, Kesh. Sorry. How to see other mini leagues players' transfers. You can't see them before the deadline. So you can see them after the deadline. There's no way to see someone's transfers before the deadline. Otherwise, that would be super cheeky, wouldn't it? Do you have any Arsenal... Oh, is my camera gone again? Okay, that's a good time to... My camera gone? Cool, my camera's gone. I'm going to go for a wee now and take off my blazer. So I'd love for you to stay, chat. I'll only be 45 seconds, but if you have to leave, I understand it. But I'm going to be back very soon for more deadline news and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'll see you in about 45 seconds. And I'm back. How many people did we lose? How many people stayed? How many people are loyal and faithful? Oh, Jesus. You guys are the best. We only lost 800. That's impressive. Right, the camera's going to come back on, and hopefully it's going to work this time. You going to work? Hey, I am stripped off. Still hot. The tie will come off soon as well. We still mean business, though, because the shirt's on. The shirt might come off later as well. Maybe. Right. Thank you for sticking with me. Definitely a poo. I wish I could poo that quickly, chat. Jesus, could you imagine? Just fire it out and come back. Right. What have I missed? And he's also in a suit, is he? We mean business when we're in suits. I've got sweat patches. I don't. That's remarkable. Firmino starts. Ooh, does he? Where do we see this? Loads of people are saying Firmino starts. Is it just chat trolling me, or do we... Chat, has anyone got a source for that, or you just... Was it just troll? Let me know. I would love to know. I'll keep an eye out for it. Let us see the Liverpool lineup. I don't have a Liverpool lineup. I was just informed. Thoughts on Watkins as a captain? No. I think there are so many better captains. Obviously, Watkins could go absolutely massive, as could anyone. But on paper, I prefer about 20 or 30 players ahead. Lewis says, Haaland, Anthony Shaw to Firmino, Garnacho, Tierney. Haaland, Anthony Shaw. Oh, yeah, it's perfect. None of the three that you've got are likely to start. Firmino, Garnacho, Tierney should. I just would wait maybe to see if we get anything on Firmino first. I might do Haaland to Alvarez and Isak to Firmino if that's true. They feel like fun, easy transfers to make. I would wait for Firmino news, though. Probably FPL Pickle. Haaland and March to Firmino and Bruno -4, or get Kane and Foden / Eze. Haaland and March, Firmino and Bruno. That's fine. Or get Kane and Foden, Eze. I thought Firmino and Bruno probably have quite a high upside, but Kane and Eze are more protective and are probably a little bit safer for minutes, because Firmino, we're not sure. I like both sets of transfers, Ahmed. I don't have an issue with either of those. Is Matoma benched? A few people are saying Matoma's benched, but it's nothing... Like, I've not seen it from a reliable source yet. What do you think on Erdegaard versus Nketiah if both start, says Calvin? I think I prefer Erdegaard still, Calvin. I think I still prefer Erdegaard. But Nketiah does get good data when he starts, at least. Do you have any Arsenal early team news? I don't, sadly. I wish I did. Can't afford Salah unless I get rid of Mahrez, so I'm hoping Firmino starts. Yeah, you can't get rid of Mahrez now that we know he starts. Yeah, that would have not offered a nice route, but it's not going to happen now, I don't think. Polkit says, let's start the contribution for Raptor's new camera. No, it's fine, but I appreciate that, Polkit. Thanks for the amazing content, Ross. Take care and see you on the other side. You too, mate, and you can always reach out if you need anything. Thank you for the support across the season. Tyler says, I'm 6th in my mini league. 4th place is 24 points ahead. Is it worth taking a hit to chase, or just hope for the rest to... Sorry, hope for the best, take 5th place, which is 4 points ahead? It depends whether... Is 4th place going to get you like more money? Is it a cash league, or is it just bragging rights? I feel like 24 points plus or minus 4, 28 points in a single week is unlikely. I would probably just go for 5th, which seems more reasonable, Tyler. But it depends what's important to you. Would you do Solanke to Alvarez for a -8? I assume you mean the Solanke to Alvarez transfer is an extra -4 hit. No. I think Alvarez could go huge, but I like Solanke. That doesn't seem worth a hit for me, no. Fuad says, HAALAND, Isak, Matoma for KANE, Alvarez, Eze with a -8. I don't mind that, but I would wait, because if Matoma starts, I think Matoma is just as good of an option as Eze. Like, I don't know why everyone's so keen to sell Matoma when we haven't had confirmation he's benched. So I would wait a little bit myself. Tyler says, 6 points ahead in my mini league, but his team is hurting. Taking a -4 for HAALAND to KANE, is it worth a -8 for Isak to Alvarez or Martinelli to a Man City mid / Fernandes? I think it probably is worth a hit for any of those. I wouldn't do all of them. Maybe Mahrez to a City mid could be nice, but I like Alvarez the most. Isak to Alvarez sounds good to me, Tyler. But just bear in mind, if Wilson doesn't start and Isak's through the middle, he could absolutely pop off. Pep Raptiola. Nice. I like that. Dropped my lunch over the floor. Trossard thoughts. What is the correlation between those two statements? Dropped my lunch over the floor. That's sad. What was your lunch? Trossard thoughts. Apparently Trossard might not be fit, so let's wait to see if he's in the starting 11. But if he is, I like Trossard as an option for sure. That was a funny super chat. What do we do if we get news that KANE is benched? Just HAALAND to Alvarez. Nice and simple. If you've already got Alvarez, HAALAND to Wilson, HAALAND to Watkins, HAALAND to Firmino, any of the above options. Okay, your bald head is arousing. Nice. Wait until I rub it after the stream. Ryan, not after the stream, after the deadline. That just sounded weird. Ignore that. That was sus. HAALAND to KANE and then Enciso to Nacho / Solanke for -4. Or HAALAND to KANE, Enciso. Oh my goodness, Ryan. What is this? HAALAND to KANE and Enciso to Nacho Solanke for -4. Okay. Or HAALAND to KANE, Enciso to Alvarez and McAllister to Elise for a -8. Funds are tight. I prefer the -4, Ryan. That -8 seems a bit dodgy, especially if McAllister isn't benched. Thank you. Good luck to you as well. But yeah, I prefer the -4. Is nobody considering Gabriel Jesus? I'm not considering it. It's an option, essentially. Team news and ticks on Instagram, Ross. What's he put? Let's have a look. He's just tweeted that HAALAND doesn't start. Why is he so far behind recently? He just waits and like everyone else already knows that. I'll keep up to date with it as well. Whoa, huge super chat from Tyler. Says, Ross, thanks for the tips this season. This was my first time taking FPL seriously, and you've really helped me. So have a couple of pints on me looking forward to next season. Yeah, he's adorable. Thank you so much, Tyler. You didn't need to do that at all, but I appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully next season's just as good. And hopefully I can continue to provide some level of advice and entertainment. But thank you. That's very, very kind. Hi, Raptor. Good luck this week. Thank you. Would you start Forster or Kepa? Forster's got lead. I don't think either keep a clean sheet. Forster, probably. Is Enciso starting? We don't have anything at the moment, unfortunately. Can you summarize the most important leaks? I can. Let me bring up this, because then I don't need to talk about City. This is the City lineup, apparently. So you can read that. I will read it out for those that can't read, either visually impaired or aren't looking at their screen in a second. So that's the City team on your screen. Then we've got Rashford and Bruno apparently start, along with Garnacho. Apparently Luke Shaw doesn't start. What else have we had? Oh, God, I forgot everything now. What's my team? That'll remind me. Then we had Van Dijk and Alisson don't start. Nothing on Salah and Trent yet. A few rumours going around that Matoma's benched. I've not seen anything reliable. A few rumours going around that Firmino starts. Again, I've not seen anything reliable. The only real reliable stuff we've had is this City news, because a few people have confirmed different parts. So the only thing I would comfortably make decisions on now is just City players. But again, who you buy or sell might change. So I would still probably end up waiting. I think that's everything, though. Oh, I said I'd read out the team again, didn't I? The Man City team is Ederson, Walker, Ake, Laporte, Gomez, Lewis, Phillips, Palmer, Foden, Mahrez, Alvarez. That is the Man City team. Again, only one source, but Andy's sort of tweeted a few bits here and there as well. So I feel like we've had most of it confirmed in different ways. Right, I'm behind on the super chats. Let me try my best here. Haaland, Tony, Martinelli, Pope to Kane, Martial, Eze, Alisson for a -8. What are your thoughts? Trying to hold on to second in my mini league for cash. I mean, you're selling 4 players that aren't going to play. So I don't see as that can go massively wrong. And I like the players that you're bringing in. I wouldn't bring in Martial myself. Martial wasn't in the team, was he? Let me have a quick look. No, I would be a little bit skeptical about bringing in Martial. But other than that, I don't hate the transfers. If you go for a third forward, who would you choose? Kane, Alvarez, and Firmino if he starts. If he doesn't start, I'm not convinced by any of them, really. Maybe Callum Wilson. Watkins is okay. Could go for Danny Ings or Antonio if we know they're going to start. Emmett says, which is better for a -8? Out. Stones and Matoma. In Kivior and Foden / Tierney and Mahrez. I would go for... Oh, I see what you're saying. I would go for Tierney and Mahrez, probably. I think I prefer that combination, Emmett. Yeah, Tierney and Mahrez would be the one for me. Andreas says, Kepa or Raya? Okay. Transfer McAllister to Mahrez / Foden. Kepa or Raya, transfer McAllister to Mahrez / Foden. Kepa or Raya, God. I would go Raya. Transfer McAllister to Mahrez / Foden. No, why would I go Raya? Because I'm talking about Man City. I would still go Raya for the saves. I think both will concede. Transfer McAllister to Mahrez / Foden. Foden has the better data, but I feel like he'll be playing a slightly more defensive role than usual. Mahrez will be more attacking, and Mahrez could be on penalties. So I think I would still lean Mahrez. At work with 2 minutes of my break left, so need the answer ASAP, please. Who are the confirmed starters and non-starters so far? I feel like I just went through that, so hopefully you were listening. But the key ones is that Haaland doesn't start, and it looks like Rashford and Bruno should be. We don't have anything on Salah at the moment. Alvarez is starting. So if you need to make a transfer now, Haaland to Alvarez feels fairly okay. But we want to wait and see if Kane's starting. I don't see the reason why Kane wouldn't start, but you never know. Do you have any Arsenal news? Nothing yet, sadly. Would you keep or sell Martial? I would wait a little bit longer because we might get more team news, but at the moment, Martial's a sell for me. Sigvi says, Ferguson / Alvarez or Isak / Eze. Second rival has Isak. If your second place rival has Isak, maybe go Isak. But as a combination, I much prefer Ferguson and Alvarez. Although if Ferguson's benched, then maybe not. Definitely Alvarez, though. I'd want to get Alvarez in my team, so that's why I prefer that combination. God, I'm so far behind. All right, I've lost a couple of super chats, though. I'm trying to try my best here. Thank you, Raptor, for all of the content throughout the season. Just that. Wana-Bissaka. Wana-Bissaka? Sounds like Wan-Bissaka. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And again, you don't need to do this, but I really, really appreciate the support. So thank you for the super chat, just to say thank you. Lasharkas says, should I spend -4 on Matoma to Mahrez/Foden or Diaz to Trent? First season taking it seriously, and I'm 7.3k thanks to content creators like you. I love you. And I love you too. I would go... God, this is important advice at that rank. I prefer... The safer transfer is Diaz to Trent. I feel like the high upside transfer might be Matoma to Mahrez/Foden. Wait for team news. If Matoma's benched, I prefer the Matoma transfer. If Matoma's not benched, then I prefer the Diaz to Trent move, because we know Diaz isn't going to play. Abe says, Mahrez or Eze in for Matoma for a -4. Mahrez or Eze in for Matoma for a -4. That's a 50-50 one. I probably maybe slightly prefer Eze. I'm worried that I probably won't end up having Eze in my team. Hi, Ross. Is it worth taking a -4 for HAALAND to KANE and Matoma to Ødegaard? For HAALAND to KANE and Matoma to Ødegaard. Yes, if Matoma's benched. Obviously, if Matoma's not... Have I missed something? Why is everyone wanting to sell... If Matoma's not benched, then no. 9 points behind my mini-league. I think the HAALAND to KANE one's fine for now. I'll be making that in a second myself. Julio says, should I transfer in Eze, who for McAllister or Matoma? Wait, I can't make that decision yet. Hopefully we'll get team news. If we don't get team news, there seems to be more rumours going around that Matoma's benched as opposed to McAllister. So I would maybe lean towards the rumour that it could be true, but I would want to wait for some more definitive team news myself. Matoma to a £7.3 million midfielder for a -4. I have Mahrez, Salah, Rashford, Bruno. No Manchester United slot. Don't want Man City or Eze, chasing my country rank, overall rank 2k. No Man United spots, so you can't go Garnacho. I mean, there aren't really that many options left. If you think Benrahma might start, I don't mind him. Maybe Harvey Barnes, if you want to go for a Leicester attacker. You could go for a Leeds attacker, Rodrigo or Harrison, if Rodrigo starts. Elise or Eze, IU, if you don't want to go Eze. I mean, if you've just listed all the players that I would want to have, and you're saying that you don't want them or you own them, just go for whatever your gut feeling is at this stage, Dimitri. Because all of the obvious options you already own or you can't transfer in him. God, I'm struggling with the chat at the moment. I apologise if I've missed anything important. Ahmed says, hi Ross, do you think I should transfer Grealish to Mahrez for a -4? Because if I don't make the transfer, Isak will start. Grealish to Mahrez for a -4 sounds quite nice. Yeah, I'd do that, honestly. It's high upside, but high risk as well. Because if Isak starts and does well, it's going to be a big point swing. But I would back Mahrez to outscore Isak by 4 points this week. Michael has become a Rap Tier 2 member. Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate you. Charlie says, I have KDB. Should I transfer in Salah and captain to match the person in my mini-league? I'm 25 points ahead. Or bring in KANE for HAALAND? Thanks, Ross. I would do both. Charlie, KDB and HAALAND aren't starting. KDB's not in the squad. I would bring Salah and KANE in and captain whoever you think your mini-league rival will captain. Protecting my mini-league with 14 points. HAALAND, Isak to Alvarez, KANE. Is it worth it? Yep, I love that. McAllister to Matoma or Mahrez. Or McAllister/Matoma to Mahrez or Eze for -4. I don't know that you need to take that -4 unless we get confirmation that McAllister and Mahrez don't start. But yes, I like the Alvarez and KANE moves. How big of a hit are you taking? At the moment, a -4, potentially a -8. The account that said Enciso is benched is now saying that Bruno's benched. Yeah, I don't trust that then. I mean, he could be. I say this now, but I'm not convinced. What was the news for Wilson being confirmed? What do you mean? I don't think we've had any Newcastle team news, to be honest. I would expect him to start. True Fandela says HAALAND to KANE free transfer and Wilson to Alvarez -4. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. I wouldn't sell Wilson to Alvarez for a -4, but I understand why you might want to. Bill says, bring in Rodrigo or Foden. I already have Mahrez. I prefer Foden. There's an account tweeting that Fernandes doesn't start. Is it real? I don't know, Laura. I don't think so, but I don't want to say definitely that it's not. Chris says, Son and Watkins or Eze and KANE? Okay, I prefer Eze and KANE myself. Leader of my mini league will blatantly go KANE. I'm sure they're obsessed like us, probably on the stream. Hi, mate. If you're protecting Eze and KANE, if you're chasing Son and Watkins, Eze and KANE will have quite high ownership this week, especially KANE. So yeah, it really depends on what your strategy is there. Greek says, Haaland and Matoma out. Again, I don't know why we're selling Matoma unless we get confirmation. Foden and Alvarez in. Is that worth it for a -4? If Matoma is out, yes. Transfers in Alvarez / Ødegaard for Edouard Mahrez. Oh, or Edouard Mahrez. Ooh, that's cheeky. I prefer Alvarez Ødegaard still, probably. Right, anyone that I trust, preferably a mod, but anyone that I trust, can you send me the link to this Matoma stuff? Because everyone's saying it's been confirmed. So I would just love to see the tweet before I can feel comfortable. What are you going to do with Enciso? I have him too. At the moment, I'm probably selling him for Alvarez. Actually, I could sell Greenwood for Alvarez and bench Enciso. That would probably be the plan. Bench Enciso in case I need an attacker and bring in Alvarez for Greenwood. So at the moment, Enciso is going to be benched. I think I can afford that. I need to make sure I don't run out of time, by the way. Do you like McAllister to Foden for a -4? Not yet, no. It's sad that this is what FPL has become. It was better without the leaks. That's arguable, yeah. It depends on the game week, but it also, like, it's never normally this bad. It's only because all of the games are at the same time. And also, everyone's so desperate to get news. We never normally get this much. Lewis says, I'm leading my mini league by 35 points. Transfer Haaland out for a -4. If so, who to bring in? Lead my mini league by 35 points. Transfer Haaland. It just doesn't matter, Lewis. 35 points, you're going to win your mini league. But KANE. Haaland to KANE is the safe move to protect rank and to protect your mini league. Sam is leaking Chelsea news next. Does anyone care? That's not even a rude comment. That was a genuine, does anyone care? I can get it up if you want it. What are you waiting for? Kepa? Or is anyone actually wanting to take a Chelsea punt? God, I can't say that without sounding sarcastic. Laura, Shaw, Matoma, Haaland to Lewis, Salah and Alvarez -8. I'm going to sound like a broken record. I do not understand the desperate obsession to remove Matoma. Unless I've missed something. Lewis, Salah, and Alvarez are great transfers, though. So, yes, Laura, I do like those moves. And I guess if it's your only route to Salah and you don't want to sell anyone else, then even if Matoma is not benched, I still like those moves, Laura. You want to take a punt on Lewis Hall? Yeah, go for it. He's playing left back, though, as a central midfielder. Or as a midfielder in the game, he's playing left back. Will you be bringing in Eze? Probably not at the moment. I would love to. Why is your team not symmetrical? I'll be making transfers, so it's not going to end up right anyway. And I'm more focused on getting my team in the best place possible so that I get top 10k. Should I captain Alvarez or KANE? I can run another captaincy poll now that there's different people in the chat. We can run another one. Right, there's a new captaincy poll coming your way. Who are you captaining? Remember, by the way, if you've just tuned in, Haaland is benched. So Haaland's not going to be an option here. Because I don't know why you would bench someone that's... Or why would you captain someone that's benched? It just makes no sense. That rhymed. Salah, KANE, Alvarez, other. Are they the three? I think they're the three main options. Yeah, Vardy's benched as well. Bit of a shame. I like the idea of a punt on Vardy. Who's your captain if Haaland doesn't start? My captain is Salah. Probably. Unless... Because if we don't get confirmation Salah starts, I don't know how I feel about that. I want confirmation Salah starts. Otherwise, it might be KANE. I do like the idea of a Rashford punt, though, as a Man United fan. There are so many good options. Even Alvarez. Oh, too many options. This is the thing. When we don't have Haaland, it's like there are at least 6 or 7 good options. Polkit says, Grealish, Haaland, Greenwood to Maddison, Alvarez, Bobby Firmino, captain for a -8. On 367k, 14 points off the top 300k and would be fine with top 500. Love that then. In that case, Polkit, smash it. Maddison and Bobby Firmino are nice 2 differentials. Andreas says, would you do Shaw to Trent for a -4? Depends who would come off the bench otherwise. But yes, I like that. And would you do McAllister to Mahrez for a -4? I'm less keen on the McAllister to Mahrez move. I'm more keen on the Shaw to Trent move, depending on who you would have to come off the bench otherwise.
Foden or Mahrez? I prefer Mahrez. What about Barnes? Too many options. I like Barnes as well, but I would prefer a Man City midfielder. I'm 15 points top. I'm 15 points from top place in my mini league. Should I do Haaland to Kane and Matoma to Barnes, or Haaland to Alvarez and Matoma to Mahrez? So it's Alvarez and Mahrez versus Kane and Barnes. Kane's going to be so heavily owned. For like, if you're in a position where you're in a good place, I think you need to bring in Kane. But Alvarez will be heavily owned as well. I feel like if you are trying to protect rank, you need to find a way to get Alvarez and Kane in. But Eze is going to be highly owned as well. I guess you've got to pick your battles. Oh, the stream died for a second there. I hope that doesn't carry on doing that. Now's not the time. Come on now. Behave yourself. Hopefully it's back. I'll keep an eye on that. That's out of my control. That's not internet related. That's OBS related. Why is your team not symmetrical? Why do you keep asking? Stop hating my non-symmetrical team. Hey, pal. Would you sell Haaland, Matoma? God, Matoma's going to be like 1% owned by the end of this. Would you sell Haaland, Matoma, and Fernandes for Kane, Eze, Erdegaard, or Mahrez? Oh, God, this stream's gone. Do you think Fernandes will start? Transfer out Matoma or McAllister? I would go Haaland, Matoma, and Fernandes. Why are you saying Fernandes? No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I like the idea of getting Kane, Eze, and I wouldn't sell Fernandes. There's no reason to do that. It's a decent fixture. I've not seen anything reliable that says he's not starting. Unless we see Fernandes is benched by someone reliable, I'd keep Fernandes. I think he'll start. And would I transfer out Matoma for McAllister? No. I would not. Have you got any Salah news? Annoyingly not. I would like some Salah news, though. That would be very, very useful right about now. Let me see if I can see anything else on Twitter at the moment. Let me know in the chat if you've seen anything, and obviously let me know what the source is. Try not to lie. Would be nice. Where is the Scouse news? I know, so frustrating that we're not getting any Liverpool news yet. I really thought we would. I thought Spy on Cop or someone would give us early Liverpool news. Zach says, thank you so much for all of your help this season. You are more than welcome, Zach. Matoma to Eze for a -4, even if we don't get the news on Matoma. In my opinion, no. If we get the news, absolutely, that he's benched, yes. If we don't, then Matoma against the Villa side that need to go and win is not a bad option at all. But Matoma against the Villa side, that if they get the first goal and then defend, then maybe. But I think if he starts, there's no need to sell him. There are probably further issues in your team than Matoma. United Plug has the Man United 11. The app is really lagging. Yeah, I might make my Kane move now. Just because that's at least the Kane one done. Apparently, United Plug have the United 11. If it's the same one that's been going around, then that's good confirmation for us. Okay, it's the same Man United team that's been going around. So if you wanted to take a punt on Garnacho, it looks good. Rashford will be starting as the striker. That's tempting as a captaincy option, isn't it? I actually think he's slightly better on the left, though, but it is still tempting, knowing that he'll be going for a goal in the last game. I like Rashi as a captain. If you don't own Rashford, I like him as a transfer option as well. The only thing I would say is if we're beating Fulham comfortably, he will take off Bruno and Rashford. They will be two of the first to come off because we don't need to run them into the ground ahead of City. Like, this is a big, big final for us. We're not expected to win, but we want to go in full strength. So that would be my only concern, is that if we are a couple of goals up, Rashford might come off. But if we're a couple of goals up, then Rashford might have scored them. So depends which way you want to look at the situation. Mitrovic revenge, low-key. Yeah, I could see Mitrovic scoring against us. I wouldn't be surprised. Is Luke Shaw starting? I don't think so, sadly. Can you please make a quick recap of everything? Yeah, I can do that I'll do that in like 5 or 10 minutes because I keep recapping and the people that have been here the entire time are like, Jesus, I know, Raptor, calm down. McAllister to Garnacho or Sancho. I'm a Man United fan. I'm a Man United fan too. I prefer Garnacho to Sancho. Garnacho's actually got decent goal threat when he plays. Sancho's just non-existent goal threat. I know he has scored goals, but I think I prefer Garnacho. I still wouldn't. I don't think McAllister to Garnacho is worth it for a -4 unless we get... I really wish we could get Brighton news because there's lots of questions about selling Matoma and McAllister, but I've not got anything. Should I captain Daddy Milner? I mean, if you want to captain James Milner, go for it. That would be quite the punt. McAllister or Matoma to Rashford for a -4. I mean, I don't hate that. Use my 1 free transfer on Haaland to Kane captain. Yeah, I don't mind that, actually. Even if we don't get news, I expect Rashford to do fairly well. Maybe. I would still hold off on your Brighton assets for a little bit. Hang on a second. We only got 19 minutes till the deadline. Shit. I didn't realise. Right, I'm going to do the Kane move. Chat, what I would do is if there's a move that you want to lock in, that you know you're going to do, even if we get loads of other team news, get it done. And unless Kane's benched, which I feel like hopefully we would have heard by now, I'm going to make this move. It's just when I want to do anything on top. As always, you have got 30 seconds to convince me not to make this move. Go. Otherwise it's happening. What's happened to team news and tick? Surely this is the biggest day of the season for him. He's probably just not got any news. We don't always get news that we expect. Rami says Firmino, Odegaard, Mahrez for March, Matoma, Haaland. Yeah, I like bringing in Firmino, Odegaard, and Mahrez. For a -8 and captain Bobby Firmino if he's starting. Yeah, if Bobby Firmino starts, I like that. If not, I still like the options, but I would probably look to replace Firmino. Hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes we'll get Liverpool news. Chasing rank, and thanks for the great content. Lovely stuff. Kane is due a blank. Kane is benched. Yeah, you've not convinced me, anyone. Because Tottenham are crap. That's a good thing to say, to be fair. I agree with that. Yes, you legend. Taking out Haaland and Isak for Kane and Alvarez for a -4, and I'm considering McAllister to Eze for a -8. What are your thoughts? I love the -4. I'm only liking that -8 if McAllister's benched, and we don't know that yet. Right, I'm going to make the move. Oh, God, that feels horrible selling Haaland. Oh, I never want to do that ever again. Right, Haaland's been sold for Kane. That's my 1 free transfer. I will almost definitely take a -4. I want Alvarez. And if I don't get Alvarez, I want Foden. Kane is in Madrid for his medical. Can you imagine? Rashford, Salah, or Firmino captain? I prefer Salah if he starts. Otherwise, I like Rashford. So Salah, Rashford, Firmino for me. Any ideas on what to do here? I've got Edison, Dunk, Trippier. Oh, that's your whole team, okay? Was thinking of a -8 for Enciso, Haaland, and Grealish to Alvarez, Kane, and Eze, but I'm unsure about Wilson. I think that's the perfect set of transfers, Zach. And hopefully your bench covers you if Wilson misses out altogether. But I think Wilson's good enough to start and hope that he starts. But yeah, I really like those set of transfers. I'd be fairly happy doing that -8. And thank you for the big super chat as well, Zach. That's very, very generous of you. God, chat, this has been manic. Hi, Raptor. Thanks for all your efforts this season. You're more than welcome. Welcome, Aaron. Would you go Greenwood to Mbeumo, Awoniyi, or McAllister, Matoma for Eze? See, I prefer Eze, but I prefer selling Greenwood. Of course I do. So I would go one of Mac 10 or Matoma to Eze still. I like Eze as an option. It's a shame I don't think I'm going to be able to get Eze. I could still get Eze. I could do Mac 10 to Eze. I really want news on McAllister. Does anyone get any Brighton news, please? Surely Eze over Foden if you're trying to hold rank. Absolutely. Yeah, if you're trying to hold rank, I would get Eze over Foden. Would Watkins be a good differential instead of Alvarez? Yeah, he's probably going to be lower owned than Alvarez, but that doesn't make him a better differential, which means he's going to be more lowly owned. God, I'm struggling with the super chat, so I apologise if I've missed yours. Surely Eze, yep, done that one. Yep, done that one. 9 points off first place for a -4. Okay, that's close. Haaland to Kane and Shaw to Tierney or Matoma to Rodrigo, Eze, Barnes, McNeil, Captain Kane, Bruno or Salah. Yep, I like those moves. Shaw to Tierney feels like low upside. I would just play whichever defender you've got. Matoma, if he's benched, to Eze sounds good, and I would captain Kane or Salah. Hopefully that answered all of your questions. Garnacho, punt, captain, have. That's your entire team. as a currently first in the mini league with 19 points lead. If you're 19 points clear and all you care about is your mini league, I wouldn't punt on a Garnacho captain. I would captain Salah or Kane. I would go safe. But if you want to go for it, go for it. I would just be careful that you don't lose your mini league on the final day doing something different. Corey has donated £5 and said, "Love you, Baldy." I love you too, Corey. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. Right, chat. I think I'm going to make my second transfer. I think I'm going to do Greenwood to Alvarez and bench Enciso for now. Do I want to take a hit? I don't need out. Oh, I don't want Alvarez. I want Alvarez, don't I? Greenwood to Alvarez, bench Enciso, and then if I find out that McAllister's bench and Enciso starts, I'll flip them. And that also gives me a good bench option if Enciso does start. I don't want to wait too... I know people are saying wait, but I don't want to wait too much longer and risk it. Like, the site is going to start getting battered really soon. Yeah, site's lagging. Everyone's complaining about on Twitter. Also, my stream's lagging. Jesus. Ezer Alvarez. 13 minutes left. I'm going to make the move, I think. Is Salah starting? I don't know. Sadly, I would love to know. Yeah, I'm going to make the move. I want to make the move. I'm not going to even look at the chat that are telling me not to make the move. I think I can afford this. Greenwood to Alvarez. Bench and Enciso. Yeah, I'm making that move. I'm not even going to look. Greenwood to Alvarez, confirmed transfer. Like that. Switch them around. I'm fairly happy with that team now. Who do I captain? Oh, God, there's so much to think about. Chat, who are we captaining? Code red. This is when we start panicking. 12 minutes to the deadline. Who are you captaining? The site's lagging. I got my transfers through. Let me screenshot that in case that's my final transfer. I've got a feeling I'm going to end up taking a -8. Just joined. What have you done? You've missed it. I've just brought in Kane and Alvarez for Haaland and Greenwood. Yeah, I'm going to put the... Yeah, good point. I'm going to put the Vice on Kane. Not that I think Salah will miss out entirely. Oh, the site is lagging. Chat, I would... Honestly, I would be tempted to make transfers now. Every time you press a button, it... I don't think that's my internet. I think that is genuinely the site. Anyone want to get on the Alvarez captaincy train? I like it. There is a poll at the moment. If you want to vote for captaincy, there is a captaincy poll in the deadline stream chat. I'm just going to screenshot my team quickly, just to post on Twitter in a sec. I like the fact that I've got a decent first sub in Enciso. I don't like the fact that I'm benching him, though. Got a free hit. Who is the best midfield I can get? I would go Mahrez, Salah, Rashford, Fernandes. I would keep it the same as me, but I would maybe have Eze instead of McAllister, or maybe get Foden in instead of McAllister, and then maybe Eze instead of Mahrez. It would be fairly similar to mine, though. I like my midfield. Son or Eze? I prefer Eze, but Son will be more of a differential. I'll try and rattle off quicker questions here. Foden or Mahrez? I prefer Mahrez, but Foden's data is slightly better. Captain Garnacho, go for it. I don't mind it. Captain Kane, I'm very tempted because we haven't had any confirmation that Salah starts, which worries me. If Salah doesn't start, that's going to be a real sucker punch. But at the moment, I prefer Salah. Alvarez or Watkins? I prefer Alvarez. 10 minutes until the deadline. Is Salah playing? I've got no Salah news. Let me see. I thought Sparring Cop would give us something on. I guess maybe he doesn't have the news. No, he's not even tweeted anything that he might have it. I really... we've not got anything. Heisenberg's just tweeted. It makes me laugh. He's just tweeted no Van Dijk, no Robertson, no Alisson, which we kind of knew anyway. That doesn't help us. Let me check my DMs. Is this fake? Probably. One follicle challenged man to another follicle. Follically challenged. That's funny. Oh, God. How many? Oh, God. Chat, I can't keep up. FPL Pickle, I don't know whether to get Firmino. He'll get minutes of some kind. Everyone seems to think he's starting. So if you want a fun punt, go for it. I don't know if he's not confirmed to start. Bench Isak or Botman. Definitely Botman. I'd start Isak. Jota to Firmino. I think Jota's got as much of a chance as Firmino starting. But yes, if Klopp is at all sentimental, he'll start Firmino, which he is. So maybe that's correct. Martinelli to Eze. Saka to Rashford. Grealish to Mahrez. -8. Yes. Yes. I'm a bit worried about selling Saka in case he does start. But yeah, I like that -8, Calpo. Matoma to Eze or Shaw to Dallo. I prefer Matoma to Eze. Why do you feel Salah may not start? Klopp rotates quite a lot in the final game week. He's done it before. Just had an earthquake in Melbourne. I missed your answer. Oh, God. I hope everyone's okay. You like Rodrigo as a mad punt. 24 points behind my leader. I don't mind Rodrigo. He wouldn't be in my top 10 punts, but I don't mind it. And Leeds have a lot to play for. So, yeah, if you fancy it, go for it. And I hope everything's okay with that earthquake. Hopefully it was just a minor one. DS for someone, 6.7 to spend. Dallo, probably. Yeah, Trent's too much, isn't he? Dallo would be my go-to. Play Awoniyi or McAllister. I'd go Taiwo Awoniyi. I think there'll be goals in that game. Simicast could be good for someone that needs a defender. Yeah, Simicast could be good. We don't even know that he starts, but I would assume he starts. This is the last deadline for 76 days, and you've only got 7 minutes. 7 minutes till the deadline. Play Awoniyi. I've done that one. I think I've got all the super chats. Salah starts according to Heisenberg. Let's check. Has he said anything on Firmino? Because I know someone's waiting for that news. Salah and Firmino start according to James Waithland. No idea if it's correct or not. This is the guy. Firmino starts, Matip starts, Salah starts. According to... Well, I can't even see the Salah starts part. This guy, but he's just a random guy with 1,000 followers. Like, how are we trusting this? I don't know. If you want to trust this, trust it. Firmino starts, apparently. I don't trust random accounts from random people that we've never had team. Well, like, why is this the first time he's tweeted team news? And if it's not the first time, then why has he only got 1,000 followers? I'm hesitant. Sorry. But I do think there's still a chance that obviously Firmino and Salah start, but I wouldn't trust that. Start Raya or Still? I would start Jason Still. Any news on Brighton? We've got no Brighton team news. I'm hoping, though, I'm fingers crossed over the next 5 minutes we get some Brighton team news. McAllister to Eze. Yeah, I don't mind McAllister to Eze as a transfer, but if McAllister starts in the 10 role, I don't mind keeping him. No Arsenal news. No Arsenal news. No, nothing yet. Really weird that there's no Arsenal news. Normally we get a couple of bits and pieces. I'm keeping an eye on Twitter, though, for sure. Have you got any... Nope, Newcastle. No Newcastle news. Captain Trent. They look like they've got a bit of a makeshift defence, so I would probably avoid captaining Trent, but I don't mind him as an option. I've just been sent a DM that says Matoma's benched and McAllister starts. I'll give you that information. No idea if it's correct. So take it with a pinch of salt. I can't see anything else. Yes, Alvarez is starting. Surely Kane is a better captaincy against Leeds than Salah against Southampton. I prefer Salah. I think Salah's got the highest ceiling. But yeah, if you want to go Kane, go Kane. Absolutely. It's a good fix. That's why I brought him in. But I like Salah captain. Wilson or McAllister to start. Ooh, that's a tough one. I would go Wilson. Estepinian or Botman Ross. I would start Estepinian, Calvin. As you can see, I'm doing the same in my team. Haaland to Kane, Matoma to Harrison. Yeah, that seems fine to me. McAllister to Ramsey on his birthday. Yeah, if you want to go for a Jacob Ramsey punt, I don't mind that. Rashi or Odegaard, I'd go Rashi. Marcus Rashford. Wilson or McAllister. I think I just answered this one. I think I said Wilson. I'm going to change my opinion. KDB news. KDB hasn't travelled with the squad, so KDB is out. Firmino or Bobby, please. That's the same person. But both. Yeah. If you want to go for Firmino, I like it. He'll get some minutes, so he's a decent option regardless. You've got less than 5 minutes until the deadline. I will be with you right up till the deadline, but make sure to make your transfers. I wouldn't go too close to that final minute, but it's up to you if you want to do it. I've got a gut feeling about Botman. If you've got a gut feeling this final game week, trust your gut feeling. Don't go against your gut feeling just because someone else has told you something. Have you got anything on Enciso? I've got nothing on Brighton, which is really frustrating because I would love to know. I would love to know if Enciso starts. I'd maybe want to start him ahead of McAllister. Rodrigo starts for Leeds. I know that's really, really slow, so I've only just seen that. Okay, yeah, Rodrigo starts for Leeds. That's good for anyone that was looking for a punt on Rodrigo. Nothing else yet. Is Dunk starting? I've got no idea. Enciso or Matoma? Oh, that's a tough one. I'd go Enciso. Slightly better data. There's rumours that Matoma's benched. I'd probably back Enciso, but that is not easy at all. God, this is tight. 3 minutes until the deadline. By the way, after the deadline, I'm going to keep streaming, hopefully up until we get the lineups. Oh, definitely up until we get the lineups, maybe even beyond that. So at the end of the stream, don't leave. But in the deadline will be in 2 minutes. McAllister or Matoma, Everson or Ederson. I would go McAllister and Ederson because I'm an absolute masochist. Firmino or Salah for captain. I don't know if either start, but I prefer Salah. Enciso is so lowly owned. I love him. Yeah, exactly. He's not going to damage your rank, but he has the opportunity to really boost your rank, which is lovely. Are you going to do a watch along? Sadly, I don't have a TV. I just stream it, which means I'd be like 3 minutes behind the chat. So no, I won't be doing a watch along. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Yazid. I appreciate the super chat. Saka or Fernandes? I prefer Fernandes. Matoma to Eze for a -4. Not sure about for the -4, but I do like Eze, so maybe, yeah. Anything on Salah? Still nothing on Salah, I'm afraid. I'll let you know. Less than 2 minutes until the deadline. Do you know what? Let me actually make sure that my team is locked the way I think it is. Less than 2 minutes till the deadline. Refresh the page. Make sure you've got your captaincy sorted. Make sure you've got your vice-captain sorted. Make sure you've got your bench sorted as well. Just don't get anything wrong. It would be such a shame on the final day of the season to get something wrong. Thank you, Legend. I'll catch you next season. Cheers, Daniel. Chris says, Mahrez, Alvarez, or Son captain. They are sure starters. I would go Alvarez captain from those three. I really like Alvarez as a captaincy option. Matoma or Isak? Oh, Isak. Salah's benched. I haven't seen anything on that, so I'm not trusting that. Thanks for everything this season. You are more than welcome. We have got less than 1 minute until the deadline. Make sure to lock in your teams. By the time you hear my voice, it's about less than 1 minute. Oh my God, what a time for the light to go off. Chat, code red. Oh, I'm going to get that one on. Code red. Can you see my face? Hello. There's a backup light. Curtis Jones, what about him? McAllister or Ramsey? Salah bench. I haven't seen anything on Salah. Any Grealish news? Grealish hasn't travelled with the squad. So if you've got Grealish, sell him. Anything on Garnacho? Garnacho starts. Captain Kane, Alvarez or Rashford? I would probably say Kane or Alvarez. By the time you hear my voice, it is probably the deadline. Get those teams locked in. Stop asking questions. Get them locked in. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. This is absolutely madness. I took a panicked -4. I like it. I respect it. Cheers, Ross, for this season. No worries at all. Thank you for being here. Thanks, Ross, for all your hard work. No worries. Make sure your teams are locked in, though. Rather than being nice to me, focus on your teams. Right, we are locked. Definitely by the time you hear my voice, that is it. 3 p.m. has come around, and our teams are locked in. Wow. That was quite something. Like I said, don't leave. I'm going to carry on streaming. Definitely don't leave. Carry on streaming for at least another half hour, maybe another hour. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how the camera holds up. FPL Pickle says, woo indeed. What a long season. And I'm sweating. Chat and breathe and relax. That's it. We're done. Take your shirt off. Outrageous. Maybe in a bit. Sean with the massive super chat says, thanks for the great stream this season. Now take your shirt off. It's your final chance. I actually might. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Get your kit off. God, you're outrageous, chat. Stop making me take my shirt off. I can take my tie off now. Yeah, oh my God. It's so tight around my neck. I've got a girthy neck. Don't get sus with me, by the way, chat, but I've got a very girthy neck. Have my children. Okay. Deal. Take your shirt off. Oh my, all right, chat. Because you're so bossy with me. Why can't I get my shirt off? I got a little bit burnt yesterday. You can probably actually see on the stream. Oh my God. So chat, you know who was it? It was FPL Pickle last week. Said, do you ever get a burnt semicircle on your forehead? And you know, I went, obviously not. Like I would obviously sun cream. I went out in the sun yesterday and I wore my cap backwards. I got home. I had a massive red semicircle here where my cap was. So I was wearing this cap like that. And I got a massive red semicircle here. And you can kind of see it on the stream. But I used aloe vera and it seems to be okay now. So yeah. I'm clipping this bit for private moments. Nice. Take your shirt off. Take your glasses off. God, it's outrageous. There you go. You can see a bit of chesticles. I'm sweating. Chat, you would not believe how hot I am. Wowza. Yeah, we're going to keep streaming. So if you want... Why is 7,000 people still here? If you're one of the 7,000 people watching me talking about taking my shirt off, stay. We carry on streaming. It's still fun, just because the deadline's gone. We'll wait for the lineups. We'll look at the lineups together. I'm petrified to wait for the lineups, by the way. I need to tweet my team. 1 second. Stick with me. Twitter. Oh. Yes, you are hot, Ross. Hey, thank you. Take it all off. It's all going to come off in a second. Team. GAMEWEEK38 team. What transfers did I make? I took 2. Oh, the best part of the stream. The best part of the stream indeed. By the way, I've hit 2 massive milestones today. 2 milestones that I never thought I would hit. We hit 12,000 people watching live at one point. And I've just glanced down at the total viewers. We hit 102,000 total viewers today. That is the first time a piece of my content has hit 100,000 viewers. So thank you. If you're one of the 100,000 people that tuned into that madness, I love you a lot. GameWeek38 locked. What am I doing? Oh, man, the ADD's kicked in. What transfers did I make? I did HAALAND to KANE. Well done. Thank you. Oh, you're all so nice. I am going to look in a second. I just looked over. There's loads of well dones. What? Yelena said Oscar. Ha ha ha. What's Oscar said? I don't see an Oscar. Yelena, what are you laughing at? You weirdo. Gareth, hi. Oh, I missed that. Hi, Ross. Thanks for the awesome season. Hope you end up in the top 10K. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Has my camera just died? That's like fully frozen. Oh, it did. It died. That's not good. I'll try and reset it. What was it doing? Yeah, I was tweeting my team, wasn't I? My camera's literally just died, so I hope that isn't it for looking at me. Because I know you're just here to look at my bald head. HAALAND to KANE. And Greenwood to Alvarez. -4. Congrats. Thank you all. I appreciate it. I know my camera froze. I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm just going to give it like a few minutes to just take its time. Thank you for all of the content this season from Zach. You are more than welcome. A massive super chat again, this time from Farid, says, hi, Raptor. Farid. It's either Farid or Farid. I apologize if I get that wrong. From Toronto. I'm a diehard Raptors and Red Devils fan. Yeah, amazing. So you're absolutely the GOAT then. You've chosen well. My first ever super chat and not my last. Thank you for all that you do and for an amazing season. Cheers. Farid, thank you. That is the kindest thing. You did not need to do that, but that is incredibly sweet. I appreciate you more than you know. Got another... God, why is everyone being so kind? I'll tweet my team in a second. Thank you for everything this season, Ross. Have a drink on me. Much love. 1 free transfer went McAllister to Jacob Ramsey. Nice. Come on the Villa. Good luck. I hope for specific reasons that I won't mention that Villa get European football. And yeah, I like the Jacob Ramsey punt. FPL Pickle has given $4.99 and said, for an extra supply of pickles. What a superstar. I love pickle. Oh my God, I need to show everyone pickle. I've got a pickle gift as well. Sorry, there was so much pickle excitement. Thank you, FPL Pickle. You won't get demoderated now, which is good for you. Thank you again. You and Andy are the GOAT. You are more than welcome, Victor. Thank you for the second or third super chat, literally just to say thank you. I appreciate you so much. John Cena's back. God, I'm sweating. I'm panicking. There's too many things to do. Let me tweet my team before everyone carries on being so nice. Thank you for all of the super chats, by the way. I appreciate it. Where have you gone, Ross? I'm just gone. Buy a new camera. I will buy it. Listen, okay. Do you know what? There have been quite a few super chats today. I'll buy a new camera. Or I'll buy a new cable. I'll work it out over the summer. And when I'm back, you won't see me freezing anymore. You won't see the camera dying. I kind of regret captaining Salah. Does anyone else regret captaining Salah a little bit? Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. Salah cap. Right. Who else captained Firmino? Did anyone else bring in Firmino? Anyone bring in Firmino? I like it as a punt. I hope he starts for you. Right. Is that my team? HAALAND, KANE, Rooney to Alvarez, -4. Salah captain. Yeah, right. Let me tweet that. And then, you know the drill. What you have to do now, bald FPL YouTuber gets his pickle out on stream. When the camera comes back, I'm actually going to show you my pickle. It's quite girthy. And it's quite soft in your hand. Right, I've just tweeted the chat. You're so sus, by the way. I know you're going to think that's sus. I'm genuinely talking about I've got a soft pickle in my hand. Pin to your profile. Copy this. Say nice things on this tweet. I'm gonna copy this across. This is my team. Go be nice. Right, here we go. Let's see if the camera wants to come back on. I'm really worried because, like I said, it died. It didn't freeze. What do you mean, AO? Huh? Pause. I've got a pickle in my hand. I don't know why it's such a... I don't know why it's such a weird thing to say. Oh, the camera is going to keep bugging out. That's a disaster. Let me try once more. I'd like to show you my pickle. Where's the cactus? Oh, Vinny's here as well. Vinny and the pickle have been getting it on a little bit. Oh, God. It's girthy and... Yeah, I guess having a soft pickle isn't the best thing. It's soft, but still... Oh, no, do you know what? This is getting really sus. Did you take your shirt off? No, the shirt's still on. Can you imagine if I just answered with a pickle in... This is getting really sus. Someone asked me a question that's not sus. The camera dies at the end of the final stream. It's kind of fitting, isn't it, Marcus, really? It's only been going 2.5 hours. I don't know. It might be the heat. I remember last summer, my camera kept struggling. I think it gets a little bit hot. I should get like a fan for my room or something because it's quite warm in here. Girthy pickle. Yep. Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick Ross. Pickle Rick Ross. I get the joke because of Rick Ross and Pickle Rick. That's a clever one. We've also got Pickle Rick in the chat. Pickle Rick, say hello. Why are you regretting the Salah captaincy? I don't know. I just looked at KANE and all of a sudden I was like, oh, should have done that. It's your Riz that killed the camera. Chat, you don't even know about my Riz lately. My Riz has been incredible. Incredible Riz. My dumbass didn't even realize Stones doesn't start. It's all right, mate. I only showed it 40 times on the stream. How big is your pickle? I'm looking at it now. Probably like 1.5 inches. Having a fan in your room is really underrated. I've actually got a fan in my room right now. I've got 2 fans in my room. Huge. It is huge. Right, I'm going to try the camera once more. If it doesn't work, I'm actually going to be devastated because I'd quite like to look at you all whilst I stream. Yeah, the light died. I've got a backup ring light, which isn't great. Oh, that blinded me looking at that. Chat. Right, you can see my pickle. Who wants to see my pickle? Say yes if you want to. Say no if you don't want to see my pickle. By the way, this is Blacktus. This is Vincent, the black cactus. Absolutely nobody wants to see your pickle. Nice. Pickle Riz Ross. Pickle Riz Ross, I like that. Jamie Cook says, great work this season, Ross. Have a beer on me from a very happy Luton fan. Come on, you Hatters. Love that, Jamie. I bet you're buzzing. That must be one of the best feelings in football. And thank you for the support as well. Thank you, by the way, everyone today that's donated just to say thank you. It's really sweet. No one has to do that. The content will forever be free, but it's very nice of you. Is this an 18+ stream? I'm just going to slowly poke my pickle up. I don't know if my pickle is going to be green or black. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I don't know if the pickle's going to be green or black, okay? It's green. This is my pickle. Say hello to... I told you it's girthy. So I can't even get my hand around it. Say hello to my pickle. Now, chat, I don't have a name for said pickle. Look at its art. Oh, that's a cute little pickle, isn't it? A girthy little pickle as well. What do we think the pickle should be named? What do you mean I'm a head out sus? If I get demonetized, I blame the pickle. We've got Blactus and we've got the pickle. They've been... I'm not going to even talk about what they've been doing. But these two are now friends. We need a name for the pickle. That pickle has seen some things. Oh, you don't even know. That pickle has seen some things. Schmickle. Nah, it's not very... Call it FPL mate. I can't call it FPL mate. Peaches. Peaches is cute. Is it a girl or a guy? I don't even know if this is it. I feel like it's got to be a guy. Although then him and Vincent have been... No, there's nothing wrong with that. Vincent looks like he loves whatever's been going on. Pickle. What's a good name for a pickle? Ross. I can't call it Ross. Simpson. Simpvin. Was that like the pickle version? Call it Tickle. Tickle's quite cute. Tickle and Vincent. Sorry, I had to report the stream. That's what I think of you reporting the stream. He's been pricking his pickle. I've just been stroking it, actually. The reason for stroking my pickle is it's quite soft. I realised that when I'm using the word soft, what I mean when I say soft is I'm not talking about like... Call it pickle. That's just, well, I guess I could just call it pickle, couldn't I? Yeah, that's good. We'll just call it pickle for now because I haven't seen any names that I like enough. Pickle Rick. We've already got a Pickle Rick, though. I've just unsubscribed. I just subscribed, heard Pickle a million times, and now I'm unsubscribing from your sus channel. I'm unsubscribing from your sus channel. Rude. If you don't love me at my most sus, then you don't deserve me at all. I'm trying to see how many subscribers we've gained today, and it's frozen. We've gained 1,000 subscribers today. Oh, I dropped my pickle. Right, no more pickle talk then. Pickle Riz is a perfect name. Yeah, I quite like that. Right, we'll leave it. Any other questions for me? We've got 17, 18 minutes till the deadline. Oh, there's another super chat I missed. Alfred Churchill says, what a name, by the way. If that's your actual name, that might be the coolest name. Just sounds very like... I was going to say dominant, but that sounds sus. You know, like a commanding. That's the word I was looking for. Cheers for this season, mate. Have a drink on me, Alf. I appreciate you, Alf. And I know that's not your first super chat as well. So thank you for the support all season. Mike Chappell says, wow, that's a big super chat as well. Thank you, Mike. Says, thanks for an amazing season, Ross. Just listened to this from my balcony overlooking Niagara Falls. Wow, I'm so jealous, Mike. Great content all season. Thank you very much. That is way too kind, but thank you for the super chat. Everyone's so kind. I love you all. If you're here right now, I love you. Just know that. Pickleback. Pickleback. Like Nickelback. I like that. What are your thoughts on the Monaco Grand Prix? I'll be honest, F1 has taken a back seat. I've been so busy recently. When you are a full-time Rizzler, it takes over your life, you know? Got to be focused. Dating update. Ooh, what do I say here? I need to think about how to answer that. I'll come back to you. Has Salah been benched? I hope not. Wouldn't be surprised. Should we have a look at Twitter together? Twitter. The only thing is my Twitter keeps freezing, so you'll have to bear with me. It comes up with like this error message. I've not been tagged in it. I feel like if Salah was benched, I would have been tagged repeatedly. Branston is a good one. I like Branston actually because it kind of sounds good with Vincent as well. Vincent and Branston. Yeah, okay, that's the new leader. When is your chest reveal? I could just get my. I guess I could get my. I could take off my top, but I feel like I just, you know, that's like full blown sus. There's like joking, like Ross, take off your top, and me literally sitting here topless. Is the girl you're with a Villa fan, Ross? No. Maybe. Pro Pickle. Pro Pickle indeed. Are you calling me a pro pickle? Or are you saying I'm pro at pickles? So if you're wondering why I'm squirming? Squirmish? What's the word I'm looking for there? Is squirming a word? I'm hot and my back's sweating. It's nice. You didn't need that information. A welcome distraction from final deadline panic. Where are you, Yelena? What's going on? Is that a dog on someone's back? I hope that's you and Ralph in a second. What were we looking for? It was early team news, but it's in 14 minutes anyway, so... I feel like I can't be bothered to scroll through Twitter. Sorry, chat. I'm tired. You seem very happy with this lady, and that's great. I do. I am. I is. I are. Why bench Salah? He's got 2 months to rest. Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope you are right. Please take it off. That sounds so desperate. Please. Please. The first words I hear when I come into this stream is, I'm hot. I like the confidence. Got to own it, haven't you? I joined late. What were your transfers? Kane and Alvarez in for Haaland and Greenwood. How are you top Stormzy next season? I'm hoping I'll have Stormzy on the channel again pre-season. I've got a couple of other quite big guests lined up, and I've got a possible Premier League footballer, but that's not confirmed. So I will let you know on that one. But it's a Premier League footballer that plays FPL we've been in contact with. But I don't know if they'll be able to do an FPL video, like licensing and stuff like that. So I'll let you know. But yeah, I've got some definite guests lined up. Andy confirmed that Matoma's benched. Has he? Estepinan's benched. Oh, that's a painful one. Oh, okay. Right. That's a disaster. Hopefully he doesn't start. Should we just look at this together? There it is. Matoma and Estepinian bench. That's a disaster for most people that probably own Estepinian and Matoma. I do apologise, by the way, because I know I kept saying that we don't know Matoma's bench. We didn't. Like, a lot of people were guessing, but we didn't have that confirmation. So I feel like without that confirmation, it didn't make sense to remove him. But if you did remove him, well done. I'm sure Andy will just keep piling in with team news now, so we'll just stay on Andy's page. Oh, my mum's in the chat. Just put very handsome. Thanks, mum. I love you very much. That's very sweet. I looked more smart earlier, mum. If you go back earlier in the stream, I had a tie on. I was wearing a blazer, but then I got hot and sweaty. It was a little bit of a disaster. It's definitely Bukayo Saka, isn't it? I can neither confirm nor deny. Who's in the room with you? No one. No one. Me and my pickle. I shouldn't talk about my pickle if my mum's watching. Who's giving me a super chat now? Oh, I'm going to butcher your name. I feel like it's rude to butcher someone's name when they've just donated. Jaziek? Whatever your name is, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words and the super chat. There was no need for you to do that, but it is very much appreciated. I'll invest back in a new camera. After all of the nice super chats today, I'll make sure I invest in, number one, a nice camera, and just keep investing back in the channel as well, don't worry. Isak starts, Wilson benched. Oh dear. People are going to have Matoma, Wilson, and Estepinian. Oh dear, that's not good. Travis Pickle, you talking to me? Taxi driver. I actually don't understand the reference, which is really sad. But anyone that does understand the reference, Travis Pickle, you talking to me? I've not seen the film, which probably is embarrassing to admit. Bukayo Saka starts. Nice. I saw you and I've also seen your pickle. That's my mum said that. Sorry, mum. Didn't realise you were watching that part of the stream. FPL Pickle says this really... Speaking of pickles, FPL Pickle says this really is a disaster. FPL Pickle, do you have Wilson? Did you bench Isak? Potentially. Why is this a disaster? Talk to me. Made more meatballs for lunch. Yeah, Sniber dropped their meatballs on their floor. Now they've made more more words. I've only been streaming for 3 hours. I can't speak. Salah, Trent, Firmino, and Simicast all start. Well done if you took a Firmino punt. And if you captained Salah, you are laughing. I got rid of Isak, Matoma first on the bench. Matoma first bench is good because he's not starting, right? So that works, I guess. This is good news. So if you took the Firmino punt, great. If you captained Salah, fantastic. What is your season highlight, Ross? Oh, what a question. Is this on YouTube? On YouTube, my season highlight. I'll tell you what, it might be this stream. 100,000 views on a stream is unreal. My bench is Matoma, Shaw, and Zinchenko. Yikes, that's rough. You might not need the bench. Yep, so, sorry. Matoma and Estepinian benched. McAllister starts. Isak starts. Wilson benched. Salah, Trent, and Firmino, and Simicast all start. Love that 3K people are still watching. Yeah, 3,500 people are watching me caress my chin with a pickle. And just talk about all sorts of stuff. Oh, I'm really sorry. I bet that was really loud. I just smacked the mic. My bad. We'll actually get all of the team news. Stick around for another 8 minutes at the very least. We'll get all of the team news in 8 minutes. Because remember, all of the games. I don't even know where to start. We'll start with No, we've got the Liverpool news now. We'll start with Man City. No, we've got the City news. Who are we waiting on? Brighton. No, we've got some Brighton. Oh, I've lost the plot. Are we waiting on anything in particular? We've got the Man United team. By the way, chat, how mad we've got before the game, the exact City lineup, the exact Man United lineup, some news around Liverpool, some news around Brighton, and some news around Liverpool. We had a little bit. And CISO starts. FPL Raptor, spin the wheel one more time. What was I supposed to spin the wheel for? Oh, yes. I remember. I'll do this in a second. I'll do this after the lineups. Remind me. Oh yeah, by the way, Vincent has an FPL Twitter. If you want to follow Vincent, people think this is me. I can promise you from the bottom of my heart, I do not have the time to do this. Someone made an FPL Cactus Vincent Twitter account. Go follow FPL Cactus. It's this guy. I promise you it's not me. I really don't have the time of day for this, but it's very sweet whoever made it. And CISO starts is annoying. Oh, if he bangs, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, Marcus, I should have started in CISO. At least McAllister starts, though. And I do love Mac 10. I'll be honest. I love Mac 10 more than most players in the world. Wait, that's not you. No, it's not me. I don't have the time for that. I wish I did. Aston Villa news. Yeah, we could look at the Aston Villa team straight away for sure. I sold Isak for Alvarez. I'm gutted. I know, because now Isak's through the middle. I told people to sell Isak. I really thought Wilson would start. Let's just hope that Chelsea learn how to defend. Estepinian benched is a nightmare, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's a real nightmare. Any Crystal Palace news? Nothing yet. I mean, we'll get lineups in 5 minutes. There's no point stressing to try and get stuff 5 minutes ahead of time. I can't believe I hit 100,000 on Twitter. I didn't say that on YouTube. That I did that on Twitter. 104,000 people. What a header this is. Yeah, thank you for that. What a mad season. By the way, if you've only just started following this season, I started the season on 15,000 subscribers. 15,000, not 50. 15,000 subscribers. And my most viewed video of all time was like 18,000 views. Now look at us. If you know the meme, who is it? Oh, I forgot his name. It's... Oh my God, what's his name? Come back to me. I'll get in a second. There's a meme that applies perfectly here. Do you not find it mental that I can focus my attention so well for a full 2 hours about FPL, and then as soon as FPL deadline goes, I can't focus? Paul Rudd. How did everyone know that? I didn't explain that at all. Yes, the Paul Rudd meme. And he's like, what does he say? Look at us now, who would have thought it, or something like that. Yes. I think you should give prizes to everyone who's been here from the start. It's just Marcus and FPL Pickle. Who else has been here from the start? Let me know if you haven't left the stream at any point. Yeah, the Paul Rudd one. That's the one. I took an unnecessary minus 16. Good man, Josh. That's what I like to hear. Oh. I haven't left the show. Oh, loads of people have been here from the start. You are legends. If you've been here the entire time, I love you. Oh, the start is in when you launched on YouTube. Oh, God. No one's been here for... Okay, new question. Has anyone been here since my first YouTube video? That will be very few people, I assume. I'm with you until the end, Ross. I love you, Claudette. Thank you for that. Ross, I love you, but I'm not gay. Nice. I love you, and I'm not gay either. Thank you for the declaration of love. Is Botman starting? I don't know. We'll find out in 2 minutes. I'll go through each of the lineups. It's going to take a while because they're going to be 20. Obviously, we don't need to go through like Wolves and stuff like that, I don't think. Okay, quite a few people have been here since the start. Ross, I love you and I am gay. That's fine. Any form of love for me, regardless of your sexuality, is fine. And I love you back. Yes, your first video was only 1 year ago. That's a lie. My first video was about 22 months ago. I started in August 2021. So I've not been going 2 years yet. Marcus says, I found you very early on, but not from the first, but did watch it and you've changed so much. Yeah, if you go back and have some fun, go back and watch my first video. I'm like, hello, my name's FPL. I still talk like that, to be fair, but I look like really nervous and I'm like shaking and my eyes are glancing. And I talk really slowly. In this video, I will be, and I look like someone's like holding me hostage. Oh, my voice broke. Hostage. Pretty sure I was an early adapter. Nice. Seriously, take your top off. The seriously part of that comment makes it so much funnier. I remember your first Psychology 101 video. So do I. No one liked watching them. I used to love making psychology videos. No one watches them, so I don't bother now. But maybe I'll do some more in pre-season or something. Your deadline streams have the best vibes. I appreciate that. Only good vibes. This is what my life's like. My life is like the pre-post. My life is like the post-deadline stream. This is what I'm like in real life. Less delirious. I'm less delirious in real life. To be fair, love a good video. To be fair, I did think it was a hostage video. Yeah, it looks a little bit hostagey, doesn't it? I love the psychology videos. Damn, I love the Oh, everyone loves them. I feel like the hardcore fans and the people that like watching, I hate saying fans, the people that love watching my content, I feel like the people that are here right now are the ones that are likely to watch it, but it doesn't appeal to a wider audience. Teams are out. Let's do it. Who do we want to know first, chat? Who are the first teams? I'm going to go straight in for... Brighton. I feel like that's a good start. Jason still starts, which is good. Okay, Ferguson starts. Enciso starts. McAllister starts. So is McAllister in the 10 role? We've got Webster and Colwill. Who's Ayari? Chat, who is Ayari? I've never heard that name in my life. I'm trying to work... Veltman's in the team. Gross in, yeah, so McAllister will be in the 10 role. Ah, what a touch. What a touch. Yari? I've not even seen him on the bench. He's a winger. What on earth is this team? No, maybe he's not then. He's a centre mid. We'll wait. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. I wanted to know if McAllister was in the 10 role, but I can't work it out. Because some people are saying he's a winger, some people are saying he's a midfielder. He's a centre mid. So yeah, it will be McAllister in the 10 role then. That's nice. What's it then? Newcastle? The Chelsea teams as expected. Kepa starts. If you started Kepa, I don't know if you went Kepa or Raya. Oh, Wilson's not even in the squad. Chat, Wilson's not in the squad at all. He's not, is he? Oh, he is. Sorry, I lied. I saw him. Okay, I lied. He's in the squad. So Wilson could come off the bench. I know a few people were saying they hoped he didn't come off. I would assume that Wilson gets some minutes. Sorry, I missed him there. Other than that, the team's fairly as you would expect. Trippier, Fabian Schär, Botman all start. Yeah, I don't think there's any surprises other than Wilson on the bench, but we kind of knew that a few minutes ago. What other teams do you want to look at? We could double check the Man United lineup, but that was correct, I think. Yeah, it was the lineup that went round. So Rashford will be through the middle. Bruno Fernandes in the 10 role, which is perfect with Fred and Casemiro behind. Sancho and Garnacho on the wings. So that Man United team is really good for FPL. Bruno's in the 10, if you own Bruno and Rashford. Bruno in the 10 and Rashford playing up top. However, Luke Shaw is on the bench. So Luke Shaw could, if you've started Luke Shaw, that could be an issue if he comes off. So I'm glad I switched him to the bench. Arsenal, yeah. Arsenal's a good one. Arsenal, the team news is as expected. Trossard and Saka are both fit, though. So Jesus, Trossard, Saka, Odegaard. Okay, I got that one wrong. I apologise for that one. Tierney doesn't start. I'm surprised about that. Are they playing Kivior at left back? Or is that Ben White at left back and Partey at right back? Or Xhaka at left back? I thought they'd play Tierney, to be honest. But I was wrong, so I apologise on that one. I get a lot wrong, as you'll know. Yo, where's your blazer? I got too hot for my blazer, I apologise. Man City, yeah, we can look at Man City. I think the team that went round. I'm so glad Mara starts. That gave me one less transfer to make, which was big. Yeah, it's the team that went round. Ederson back in. Foden, Mahrez, Alvarez. So Alvarez is going to play as a number 9. If I could change my captaincy now, I might be tempted to change to Alvarez, and he's not even my vice, but I like the idea of Alvarez. West Ham and Leicester. Yep, we can go through those. Partey is an inverted right back. Okay, fair play. Makes sense. Everyone's just copying Pep. It's lovely. My super chat, Ross. I missed a super chat. Oh, I've just seen your team. Ederson, Trent, Estepinian, Trippier, Rashford, Salah, McAllister, Bruno, Haaland, Wilson, Isak. What do you think? And see you next season, Ross. Cheers. Thank you for the super chat literally every week. It looks great apart from Wilson, who doesn't start. And Estepinian, who doesn't start. But apart from that, it looks really nice. Mrs. FPLB says you sound and look happy. I am very, very happy at the moment. Can't comment on why, but I am very happy. Liverpool, dude. Liverpool. Fine. Danny Ings is on the bench and Antonio starts, by the way. That was the only thing I wanted to check. Oh, and Bowen's on the bench. Bowen and Ings bench. That is slightly surprising. That's the Liverpool team. It's the one that went round. So Trent starts, Salah starts, Firmino starts, Jota starts. Oh, I really regret not getting Jota. If there's one player today that I don't own that I think could pop off, it's Jota. I love Jota as a player. Although that sentimental Firmino goal could happen. Leicester. You want to look at the Leicester lineup? For sure. You can do that. In a minute, we'll stop doing lineups because this is the final post-deadline part of the season. We're talking about a lot of FPL for a post-deadline stream. Let's just say that. Castagna starts. Everson starts. Madison, Barnes, Nacho, as we knew. Yeah, team's good. Why are you so happy? Can we have a dating update? I'm a very open person, chat, but I feel like I shouldn't for now. Raptor got lucky last night. Haaland on the bench. Yes. Was he on the bench? He was on the bench, I think. It's not that he wasn't in the team. Let me check. I didn't actually check the bench. Yeah, Haaland's on the bench. I hope he doesn't come off. I'm petrified. Let's ignore all the pickle chat we had. That wasn't sus at all. Villa, Raptor. Yeah, we can look at Villa. Raptor had 1.6 XG last night. You didn't deny getting lucky last night. I actually didn't get lucky last night. Yeah, as you would expect. Jacob Ramsey, Watkins all start. Mings, Martinez. I don't think there's any surprises there with the Aston Villa team. Sorry, having a drink there, chat. FPL Raptor girlfriend in the chat says dating is going great. Yep, it is. My girlfriend's in the chat. There she is, FPL Raptor girlfriend. Do you know what, FPL Raptor girlfriend? Since you're my girlfriend, can you just like sort out your name? Because there's not a gap between FPL and Raptor. Some of the words are capitalized and some aren't. And if it was my girlfriend, I would want my girlfriend to have better grammar. So can we correct this? Since you're my girlfriend, and I'll be happy. Thanks. Muting your mic to have a drink just made you the GOAT streamer. Oh, I hate people that swig down microphones. I was literally having this chat earlier. People that like swallow directly down a mic and that drink that. Oh, it's just a gross thing. So I try to mute myself normally. Not a single dislike on the stream. That's just not true. I can tell you how many dislikes I've got. On this stream, I can tell you how many likes, and then you tell me how many dislikes you think I've got. So I've got 2,717 likes. That was so close to swearing. That's a lot of likes. That's the most likes I've ever had on a stream. 2,717 likes. How many dislikes do you think I've got? Bear in mind that there are some real haters out there. She's right next to you, isn't she? Next question. Plot twist, he's actually her and she's fuming now. Is she your fiance? No, chat. You just rush ahead, don't you? Get so overly excited. Okay, here are the guesses. Has anyone guessed it correct? Some of these are really close. Wow, there are a lot of really close ones. FPL Pickle says 69. That's cheeky. Marcus says 12. That's very nice, Marcus. It's always going to be more than 12. Has anyone guessed it correctly? Spot on. Oh, 2 people are one off. Okay, the amount of dislikes was 22. Oh my God, I wish I could show you my analytics, but I'm not going to be able to because it's too, like, the screen won't cut it. The dislike percentage, like to dislike percentage, has been 99.2, 99.3, 99.2, 99.3, 99.4. This is my like to dislike. So it's almost always between 99% and 99.5%. I feel like that's pretty good. That means that generally people are liking the streams. So thank you if you drop a like and don't drop a dislike. It's very much appreciated. Oh, how long have I been streaming? 3 hours, 12 minutes. It's a long one. You can't guess 22 after I tell you 22. That's cheating. Only 22 is good. Yeah, it's good. I've got a very, very good like to dislike ratio for sure. I'm very grateful for that. Peter Cartledge says, Ross, thank you so much for the experience this season. Top man, professional content and presentations, sir. Thank you very much, Peter. I appreciate you. I think I'm the opposite of professional. But I know I do really appreciate it. That's very kind. DJ Hammer says 23 now with a devil face. Thank you. Wouldn't be a stream without my mods roasting me, would it? Mrs. FPLB is spitting feathers at the 22 dislikes. I honestly, if you look at other streamers and other YouTube videos and stuff, 22 dislikes on a video with 110,000 views is quite good. Salt the pickle. Excuse me? Salty the pickle. Are you telling me to call my pickle salty? It's quite cute, actually. Most videos get 10% dislikes. Interesting, I didn't know that. So I should have over 200 dislikes then, right? How long are you streaming for, Ross? I don't know, I'm really hungry. At least another kind of 15 minutes. It's the final stream of the season. Or Branston. I think Branston is probably the most likely at the moment with Vincent. Vincent and Branston, because it just sounds cute together. Can they? There you go. Raptor, you're the real MVP. I am not, but thank you. 110,000 is crazy. That's the population of Cambridge. That is mad when you say it like that. And when you think, like, I was at the O2 the other day. I think that's got like a 30,000 seater. So I could fill the O2 basically 4 times the amount of people that sit here and look at my egg of a head. That's weird, right? McAllister is playing the 6. You realise that? No, I don't realise that. We discussed this. We weren't actually sure. Mrs. FPLB has asked if you're cutting. Neither of us know what that means. That's very sweet. Marcus, can you just say to Mrs. FPLB that I absolutely love her? Like, she just sounds like the sweetest person. And I know you know this, but you're a very lucky man. Same for Mrs. FPLB, by the way. She's very lucky. You're a lovely couple. I actually genuinely hope to meet both of you one day. That would be very nice. Benedict Cumberbatch. I quite like that. It's quite a long one, though, isn't it, Benedict Cumberbatch? Like, it needs to be a quick little snappy, like Vinny. Vinny Vincent Branston. I struggled to say the word Branston, is the only issue, though. Ooh. Undav is playing in the number 10 role. Ah, okay. That's a shame. I should have played in CISO. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. Hopefully McAllister gets a lucky pen. Kulusevski is captain for today. Kane leaving Spurs is imminent now. Wait, Kane isn't the captain? You're lying to me. I don't believe that for a second. I didn't even look at the Spurs lineup. I just assumed Kane was starting. I assume he is because otherwise someone would have said something. He's not. You've lied. Kane's the captain. So well done for lying. Unless you were saying Kulusevski's your captain, in which case you may well have not lied. You'll be the meat in our sandwich, Marcus says. That's a bit sus, Marcus. Thank you for the kind words. You're more than welcome. Yeah, I can be the meat in your sandwich. If I took a hit to drop McAllister for Eze, is it a mistake? Well, McAllister's playing in the 6 role, so maybe not. When the site updates, by the way, we're not going to be able to look at our team for next week because our team doesn't exist for next week. Spurs rubbish away from home, Leeds desperate for a win. Spurs are rubbish, but we don't need Spurs to be good. And this is, I think, the thing that I keep forgetting is I look at Spurs and I say they suck. Like, it doesn't matter. Kane will score anyway. So that's all we need. All we need is 1 or 2 Kane returns and we're happy. Although he might be above 100% effective ownership, in which case I won't be happy if Kane scores. I'll actually want him to blank despite bringing him in. FPL is weird like that. Part of the reason for picking Salah, I know it's bad, is that Salah is Salary is going to be a higher ownership, I think. Raptor, you haven't saved your team. Don't scare me like that, please. Are you playing in Game Week 39? No, I'm in Amsterdam. Also, I just didn't particularly want to do it this year. I've already donated to charity, though, which is the main thing, which I feel like a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, keep forgetting. But Game Week 39 is for charity rather than it just being a football match. So I feel like as long as you're contributing that way, it's fine. Aren't you worried you didn't get Foden, Ross? No, worried's the wrong word. I would have loved Foden, but I already had Edison and Mahrez. I'm not going to sell either of those when they start, and I prefer Alvarez to Foden. If you could get a ticket for one UK derby game, which one? It'd probably be Man United Liverpool. Or I know this isn't technically a derby, but Man United Arsenal is a game I'd like to watch as well. I'm a Man United fan, so are you taking that top off or what? I'd actually like to because I'm very warm. But I still don't really want to strip off on my FPL channel, you know? I was going to keep on doing in buttons, but that is starting to get a little bit. It's not a good look, by the way. I'm wearing like grey shorts. My top's like untucked. I look professional from here up, but I'm not. Name the cactus FPL prickle. I like that. The game is updated. Doesn't matter. There's nothing to update, is it? What's been your highlight transfer of the season and also the worst transfer? That is an excellent question. My highlight transfer of the season, it was probably my wild card when I brought in Maddison, Bowen and Foden because that catapulted me to top 500. Actual transfer, McAllister might have been. I swore. Oh dear, sorry. I love McAllister. McAllister's a sweetheart. Oh, and he's going to go to Liverpool, and then I'm going to have to hate McAllister. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to hate McAllister, but I'm going to have to. Pascal Gross. Do you remember when in Game Week 4 or 3 when I transferred in Pascal Gross for an 11-pointer? That was fun. My worst transfer of the season, Edison. Whoever convinced me to bring in Edison, it was myself, but that was a bad one. Why does your FPL channel seem to be the only one with constant sex or relationship talk? Because it's the best FPL channel. Next question. No, let me tell you, if I was sat here just talking about FPL, there would be no one here because FPL gets boring after a while. You can't just listen to constant FPL. Well, I couldn't. Maybe you can. Maybe you could. I couldn't. Teams are back up on FPL. But there's nothing to look at. I could update the site, but I don't know what I'm looking for. There's nothing. Right, I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes, I think. So final 10 minutes of questions, whatever you want to say. And then I'm going to get some food because I don't think I've ever been this hungry. Edison scores today. If Edison gets an attacking return today, I will get some sort of FPL-related tattoo. Okay? It's a fact. What does Stormzy's team look like? I can look at Stormzy's team in a second. Let me see if I can find it. I need to ask him to jump in a league so it's easier to find his team. Basically, the way I do it is I've got Chunks' team, and then I know Chunks is in a league with Storm, so I have to like go through rather than... I could just save his team ID. That'd be quicker. Right. He has done... Let me look at his transfer history. He made his transfer at 2:35 p.m. Is that when I made my transfer? I made my transfer 8 minutes after him. Interesting. Maybe I'm copying Stormzy. This is Stormzy's team. Oh, chat. Look how sad that is. There's no fixtures. There's no fixtures. Here's his team for anyone that was wanting to see it. So he's moved. Oh, he's captain Firmino as well. Interesting. So he's brought in and captained Firmino, and he's got Kane. Did he transfer in Watkins? How many transfers has this man made? He's made 3. Okay. So he did Jesus to... I don't know why he sold Jesus. He's done Jesus to Firmino, Isak to Watkins. Okay, both of those look like they could backfire. And Haaland to Kane. He's got a nice team, though. Team is looking strong. I also love that the only public league that he's in is in my YouTube one as well. He's such a sweetheart. Stormzy, if you're watching, thank you very much. He's probably not still here at this stage on a lovely Sunday day, but there we go. That's his team. Go to my team now. I really hope I can stay in the top 10k. Would be nice. What are you going to have to eat? Oh, that's a good question. I actually fancy McDonald's, but I quite fancy a Sunday roast. And I'd want the Sunday roast at like 6 or 7, realistically. So I'll probably... I don't know. I'm genuinely, though, so hungry. Like, my stomach's eating itself. Pizza for me, several... Oh, pizza. No, I fucking need some vegetables. My diet has not been good recently. When's the next time you upload? I would guess July the 10th. It's just a random guess. When the game goes live, I'll start uploading again. So you've probably got at least 5 weeks without me. Which is sad. Maybe it's not sad. Maybe like, yes. But you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting more on there. I'm going to Amsterdam for a month, and I'm going to try and post more like little mini vlog things and like pictures and all sorts. So if you feel like you're going to miss my bald head, follow me over there. Thanks for everything, Ross. It was easier to be noticed last year when there was way less viewers, but it's still been fun. See you in pre-season. Have a good summer. I'm sorry, Ben. I hate that I can't reply to everyone. That's the one thing I don't like about the streams becoming more popular, is that I know I'm ignoring, well, not ignoring, but I know I'm missing a lot of comments from a lot of people. So I apologize for that. This is just a thank you for the season. It's been an absolutely incredible journey that I hope to continue next year, and one I will never forget. I tried to send a super chat and it won't let me. No worries, Lukey boy. You're a member already, so you already support the channel. But thank you. That's very kind. He's with me on the Firmino punt. He is. Stormzy knows. Stormzy knows. When are you in Amsterdam? I travel to Amsterdam on the 1st of June and I leave on the 31st of June. So I'm literally there for the entirety of June. I might try and get some sort of meetup sorted because there are quite a few people in Amsterdam. Are you going to the red light district? No, I won't be doing that. I'm a semi-taken man now. Semi-taken? That sounds a bit weird. I don't know how to word it. Words are difficult. Learn FPL from Cruyff. Potentially. It is a good place for football. They love football out in the Netherlands, don't they? What shampoo do you use? Outrageous. You've asked, do you use shampoo? What do you think? Would you use shampoo on this? God, my head looks burnt. No, I don't use shower gel. What music do you listen to? Everything, really. I know it's a crap answer, but that mainly either UK rap or like slow, chilled indie music. What is the best advice you can give to someone who wants to start doing FPL YouTube? God, it's such a saturated market. How did I do it? Because it was still saturated when I joined. I found a niche and I went hard on that niche. And I also practiced my presentational skills. I don't know. Think, why do you watch my videos? That's a good way to do it. What is it about my videos that you like watching? What is it about Oscar's videos that you like watching? But it's good to find a niche because if you want to go and do short videos with good graphics, how on earth are you planning to one-up Oscar? You're not. Oscar's so good. If you're planning to make 15, 20-minute videos, how are you going to challenge myself and Andy? If you're planning to make 10-minute videos, how are you going to challenge Harry? So you need to think, if you're just going to come in and do what's being done, how are you going to do that? I guess if you've got a cracking personality, like if people just really like you as a person, then you can do it. Or if your graphics are like insanely good, but otherwise you need to just think, what's your angle? Or just do it for the fun and just hope that it grows. But you're going to have to do it very, very well for it to grow with the market being as saturated as it is. When did you meet your girl, Ross? I met my girl quite recently. I'll leave it there, but quite recently, yeah. Still the early stages. How are you coming back on the 31st of June? Yes, there are not 31 days in June, are they? I should know that. What's the song? 30 days. Yeah, there's 30 days in June. So I'm going back on the 30th of June. Sell your body like Ross did. What did I sell my body for? I do sell my body to the chat. That's true. That's fair play. I'm going to shave my head and name myself FPL T-Rex. You would probably get some subscribers. You never know. What are you going to do in Amsterdam? It's for my PhD, so I'm going to be working. Man, I'm glad you didn't go heavy on the personality angle. Marcus, that's outrageous. Outrageous. Do you use shampoo on your beard at least? I use a beard shampoo. Yeah. Do you not like FPL Mate? You didn't mention him. I don't mind FPL Mate. Just didn't come into my head when I listed 15, 20-minute videos. I heard she's dumping you if you don't get top 10k. Could be a big evening for me then. Do you prefer to get pet or licked on your bald head? So do I prefer someone to pet my bald head or lick it? Either or. Any fuss is good. Thank you again for a great rookie season. Thank you for watching the content, Dave. I appreciate it. It's pretty cute that a huge percentage of your streams were based on being single, and now you keep it quiet in case she does a runner. Don't keep it quiet in case she does a runner. It's called privacy. But yeah, it's funny that my streams were built on being single, weren't they? Ross would sell his body for 5 FPL points. I would do naughty things for a green arrow this week. Hi, Ross. Thank you for giving us one hell of a cracking season as a YouTube content creator. As always, you're the real MVP. Thank you very much, Janil. I appreciate that. Have you ever thought about dressing up in an actual Raptor suit during a stream? That would be interesting. I don't think you realize how tight my setup is. Like, I've not got a lot of space. If I was sat in a Raptor suit right now, I'd struggle to get under my desk. What's your PhD in, Ross? Sports psychology. What game will you be watching? Probably going to watch like Sky Sports News and just kind of keep up to date with all of them. There are no games that are like desperate to watch, really. Maybe Villa, because Villa actually have something to play for. How old are you, Ross? How old do you think I am? What's the freakiest thing you've done, Raptor? Brought in Bamford last minute. That was pretty freaky. Calvin, how is the bingo doing? It's a good question from Mrs. Pickle. Calvin, did you send me the bingo? How am I supposed to find the bingo? I think I retweeted it, didn't I? Let me bring up the bingo. Calvin hasn't shouted bingo, which is interesting. But Calvin, weren't there 4 cards? How have I not ticked off a single card? Right, here we go. I suppose I haven't really used the wheel much today because it was too manic. I haven't talked about my height. Yelena's barely been mentioned because she's off gallivanting. Yeah, maybe we haven't got a bingo. Ross flirts with a male mod. I've definitely done that. Wholesome Marcus content. Ross tells Calvin to get in the bin. I've done that probably. Ross puts his mods on the wheel. Yeah, I've not done that. Okay, maybe. Ross Ross has been bullied by FPL Pickle. FPL Pickle's been pretty kind today, I think. Don't know what's wrong with her. Him. Him. Ross is 5'3". No, don't start just because I got the bingo cards up. There's multiple that are only 1 away, Calvin says. I don't know which ones are 1 away. This is the issue. Ross, should I get a buzz cut? Do it. Definitely do it. Do you own a Raptors jersey? I don't, sadly. Ross, how do you balance lecturing, doing your PhD, and FPL and YouTube? That's a great question. Just have to have really, really good time management and like good energy as well. You know, I've got quite a lot of energy for life. Like, I'm always in a good mood. I feel like if you're someone that is quite easily affected by being busy and having stresses and stuff like that, it's probably not for you doing like 4 different jobs. But it's very difficult to put me in a bad mood, so. You've removed the jacket, the tie. Surely the shirt is next. Decided to be nice today. You did, didn't you, Pickle? That's fair enough. Don't do it again, though. It's weird. You own a Raptor t-shirt. I don't own a Raptor t-shirt. I really should get one, though, shouldn't I? Ross, I never caught the answer. What is your PhD in? Oh, sports psychology. Virtual reality, to be specific. Ross, how do you balance lecturing, doing the PhD, FPL YouTube, and managing such a lovely head of hair? Outrageous. How's your nan doing? My nan's great. Actually, she's not great. She was quite unwell. I spoke to her this morning. What a flex, by the way. Nana Raptor, let me show you her team. She had one free transfer, as everyone does, and she just went, nah, I don't need the free transfer. So she just didn't make one. Where is my family? Here is Nana Raptor's team. This is it. She captained Salah. She's got Kane. Oh, wait. She had HAALAND. She must have made... Nana Raptor, are you watching? Did she make a move then? She brought in Kane for HAALAND. But so my nan doesn't know how to make the transfers herself. She must have got someone else to do it for her. Or she just learnt how to. That's pretty cute. I'll have to ask her. Okay. She's captain Salah. I think she was captaining Salah anyway. Bless her. Those luscious locks. How many hours do you usually sleep? When I was just single, focused on my YouTube and being a well-behaved person, I used to get 8 hours. Now I get about 5. I'm so tired constantly. So I need to get more sleep. Nana Raptor is the person you want in a crisis. What a legend. She's wonderful. Nana Raptor's 108k. Yeah, she finished 65k last season as well. And I promise you, I do not make the decisions for my nan. I confirm the transfers for her because she doesn't know how to. But she honestly makes all the transfers herself. And she decides on them. And she got 65k last year and she's done 100 and something this year. Right, chat, I think that's it. As much as I love you all, I'm knackered and hungry and hot and sweaty. None of those are good combinations. Let me switch to this. Thank you so much, genuinely from the bottom of my heart. If you're one of the 1,700 still watching, you're probably a real, genuine supporter of the channel. These streams have been so amazing this season. Honestly, the highlight of my year has been these streams. So thank you so, so much. If you tune into any of them, if you just tune into some of them, it doesn't matter. The content will always be free, but especially massive shout out to everyone today that's done any super chats, because obviously giving your money just to say thank you and to say nice stuff is very, very sweet. So genuinely appreciate you so, so much. I won't cry. I won't get too emotional. But I love you all. I'll be back very soon. If you want to keep up to date with my life, not that you might not to be honest, but follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll post intermittently, I guess. I'm not going to post too much, but I'll post every now and again. And yeah, I'll be back in July probably when the game goes live. So, thank you very much. I love you and leave you. And best of luck for Game Week 38.